Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is May 19th, 2024. Game 7, Knicks Pacers. We're going to watch the whole game and see what they're doing. Because there's a lot of things that, could go against the Knicks today. And, I'm going to try my best to point those things out. And if we can, cash out early and avoid any losses, we're going to do that in this live stream. But I'm going to be extra careful. I don't want to, pull the trigger and say, cash out, and then the Knicks end up winning, and then you guys, end up messing up your futures. But there's a couple of things that are scaring me, right? And I got to talk about it. Because the fucking Jesuits, man. Okay, look. I always spell this guy's name wrong, so let me just Google his name. So this is what I was scared about. I didn't want this guy to play today, because this is man. So look, Knicks record all time with OG Anunoby. Yeah, okay, so they're 20-3, but I gotta put including postseason. Look at this, you guys. The New York Knicks, they have a 26-5 record in the regular season and the playoffs with OG Anunoby all time. You guys know how important 266 is, right? Jesus Hamilton Salvatore's 266. Right now, Pope Francis is in place, the 266 Pope. The Jesuits, they love that number, 266. So that's something that's scaring me, because I didn't want this guy to play today. I said maybe let's hope that he plays in the next series against the Celtics. But yeah, this is the only thing that's really scaring me for the Knicks right here. Everything else looks pretty good for them. We covered most of it yesterday, but just real quick, let's just recap. So the Knicks can pick up that 201st postseason win. Big number with the Jesuits as well, and it's also a big number in Indiana, right? Because Indianapolis equals 201 in Gematria. Also, they can pick up that 33rd win of the season. Indiana's 137 and 33rd prime. Today is Sunday. Sunday's 33 like New York. And the Knicks can pick up that 123rd all-time win against the Pacers 123 days after Tom Thibodeau's birthday. Tom Thibodeau can also pick up his 39th postseason win. Emma was 39, just like New York and NYC and everything else that has to do with New York. 39, right? What else we spoke about yesterday? The Knicks can become 8-5 in the postseason, on the way to face Boston on Tuesday, because Boston equals 85. And I think that's most of it. So, yeah, I just hope that 266 is just a bad read on my behalf. But hopefully they become 27-5. But we're gonna watch the game. The game starts in about 20 minutes. If you guys want to call in before the game starts, we can have a discussion 20 minutes, and then after that we'll be watching the game. So the phone number's on the screen. We're gonna watch the entire game. We're not gonna watch the second game though, not the Nuggets and Timberwolves. I can't be here, 6-7 hours streaming. I can't do it. But I am gonna try my best to complete the next game, and point anything out, because we're gonna be looking at the scores. And that's funny, they put the Knicks advertisements on my page. If I see anything that's dangerous, I'm gonna point it out, because I know a lot of you place a lot of futures on the Knicks to to advance to the finals and face the Mavericks. They make this stuff so tough, man. Oh yeah, also something I forgot is the Knicks. They can improve to 6-2 all time at home in a game 7, and Pacers equals 62. So that's another thing favoring the Knicks. That's something I talk about. So I spoke about that yesterday. What else? Yeah, but there's a lot of things that could go against the Knicks as well, like we spoke about. Oh, another thing. This is why I don't like watching ESPN, because ESPN, I don't know, man. They just throw out random stats. So the home team in this series is 6-0, and that's something else that has me like fucking nervous. The home team is 6-0 in this series. New York Knicks equals 61, so they can become 6-1. The home teams can become 6-1 if the Knicks lose. ESPN, they bring up these random stats. Like, who the hell is even thinking about stuff like that? But there's a reason they pointed it. They want to bring it up. It could be to mislead the gematria community. It could be to, I guess like people say, they have to tell us. And yeah, the Pacers became 6-0. Indiana Pacers equals 60. They became 6-0 when they won Game 6 at home. So that's two big things going against the Knicks. The Pacers becoming, actually no, the home team's becoming 6-1 at home in this series, and the Knicks becoming 26-6 all time with OG Anunoby in the lineup. Big number with the Society of Jesus. Jesus Hamadan Salvatore 266. There goes that 122 again. Oh wow. What else? Yeah, besides that, everything else points to a victory for the Knicks. So I'm gonna place a bet in this game. I got like $50 on my account, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I get a better line. I'll probably wait till after the half. Hopefully the Knicks don't have a big lead or a big deficit. I just want to catch it a bit. I just want a better line than -152. And I don't know about the Knicks covering the spread. I don't know. It might just come down to a last second shot, just like I did in 1994 when Patrick Ewing missed that big layup against the Pacers in the Game 7. So the Knicks have a history of losing to the Pacers in Game 7, you guys. So hopefully history doesn't repeat itself. But it's like I said in the beginning of the playoffs, they've been paying tribute to 1994 because that was the year that O.J. Simpson supposedly killed his wife. And just look, the same matchup that happened in 1994, we're getting it now in 2024, the year that he passes away. So if my calculations are correct, the Knicks should go to the NBA Finals just like how they did in 1994 when they lost to the Houston Rockets, a Texas team. Let me go to the chat, see what you guys are thinking about. 33 viewers. Hopefully that's the big number today. Shout out to everybody. Thank you everybody who joined us today. So Reggae Rose says 111 for home teams. I don't know what that is. Brunson is 7-4 versus Central. Oh, that's interesting. Brunson has a 7-4 record versus the Central. Okay. Yeah, that Knicks Game 7 history is good. They become 6-2 if they win. Yep. So Brunson is 5-0 versus the Central Division. Oh, see, that's a lot of good things for the Knicks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But just want to point everything out, though. I don't want to ignore the things that could go for the Pacers. Let me just take a look at where the betting money is. 61%. This is why I don't really believe. I don't believe these numbers, man. 61% and then 39% for the Pacers, all New York numbers. For this game right here, remember it's Kevin Durant. It's Kevin Garnett, not Kevin Durant. Kevin Garnett's birthday today. He turns 48. Big number right there, 48. Illuminati, the finals, the NBA finals, Boston Celtics, Freemason. It's also the anniversary of their only Game 7. It happened 20 years ago with Kevin Garnett and Latrell Sprewell's on that team. It's funny because Latrell Sprewell's, both of his teams can advance today, the Knicks and Bulls. Let's take a look at Latrell Sprewell real quick. Because he was on that team, on that Timberwolves team. So he has that September 8th birthday. He's from Milwaukee, which is... this guy's been everywhere. Okay, let me just see. He played for Golden State, the Knicks, and then he ended his career in Minnesota. So it's 254 days after his birthday today. Since we're here, let me just take a look at Kevin Garnett real quick. Game is about to start, so I'm not going to be talking much while the game is going on. Happy birthday, Kevin Garnett. Can you imagine we get a Timberwolves and Boston Celtics NBA Finals? The mockery with that. After the Timberwolves advance on his 48th birthday. There's so many narratives, right? Because then there's the whole Porzingis angle. Because he played for the Mavericks, he played for the Knicks, and now he plays for the Celtics. All teams that can reach the finals this year. Then you got this angle here with Kevin Garnett. His two former teams could go to the finals. Then you got the obvious angle, which is the Nuggets going back-to-back right after the Kansas City Chiefs went back-to-back. Then the other angle is the Celtics becoming 18-5. First team to break that 17 mark. Become 18-5 after having 18 losses during the regular season. Because basketball is 185. The other angle is the September 11th narrative that I like, which is the Mavericks defeating the New York Knicks. What else? I think that's it. Is there a narrative for the Knicks to win it? I don't think so. I don't think the Knicks win the championship. Absolutely not. They'll be lucky to get to the finals, but it is rigged. I do think the Knicks have a chance. They do. If they can get past the Pacers, they definitely have a chance. A big chance. Because I do expect them to win on the road and get that 26 road win. The Celtics is 26, so if the Knicks can win that on the road in Boston, they can definitely win that series. All right, so most of the money's on the Knicks. So Vegas is about to get hit hard in that first game if the Knicks pull this off. Then they'll recover a lot of it in the second game. We go back to the chat. Yeah, I know the winner's already been set, but we don't know who the winner is yet. We all know it's fixed. Everybody that's tuned in knows that the games are fixed. So he says Miles Turner is 3-17 on the road. So Flashy says he's going with the Wolves. You like the Wolves to upset. Yeah, because the Wolves could pick up that 64th win of the season. Just like how the Mavericks can pick up that 62nd win of the season if they upset the Nuggets in the next round. So it looks good for the Mavericks either way, either team that goes. I don't know how a team can lose by 45 points and then come back and dominate that team that just beat them by 45. It's just like these script writers are like throwing me off this year. It's like one team at home wins by 30, then the next team at home wins by 30. Like, that's not realistic basketball. Like, back in the day, it wasn't like that. We didn't have back-to-back 30-point blowouts. Like, it's just weird. All right, let me see if they start covering the game already. So there's a website, you guys. If you guys did not know, it's called VIP League. Oh yeah, so the coverage started. So I'm gonna shut up for the rest of the game, and if I do see something, then I'll definitely come in. But I'll keep an eye out on the chat if you guys have any questions. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what they do, what they got for us. I really want everybody to win, man. And the thing about Stephen A. Smith, right? I think the Knicks, if they do go to the finals, is synced up with this guy. Because he was born the date even 78 days left in the year. Stephen A. Smith. Because this is a 78th NBA season. He was born October 14th in the year 67. He's from the Bronx? What the hell? I definitely don't want to rep this guy. He's not one of mine. Stephen A. Smith. So his birthday is what was it again? 10/14? Today is 218 days after his birthday. All right.
So let these guys let them know the bar set high to reach Knicks Pacers.
Remember, because those 4 games, they were decided by 2 points back in the day.
They were all decided by the rim.
Yeah.
The Patrick Ewing finger roll. Don't go near Patrick today. 30 years later, they finger roll. He may chase you around.
I think the thing I love about sports is they're markers in our lives. Watching that highlight of Ewing, what do you remember from 30 years ago? You have a good memory. What does any of us remember? We remember it through sports.
Roll.
You know, we remember it through game games like this, the fact that we're recalling something 30 years ago and feeling like it was a week ago.
Yeah.
So these rivalries are made through moments, in my opinion. There's moments. There could be a moment in the game today that we remember 30 years from now, and that's why you love these Game 7.
I think we're going to see a really aggressive Tyrese Halliburton in Game 7 today in the Garden.
See, this is why we love Game 7s, a date with the Celtics in the conference finals on the line. We will be right back. We are minutes away from tip-off.
NBA Countdown on ABC is presented by Chime. Unlock your financial progress.
All these games on DirecTV and no satellite on the roof. Think about this. Blue Jays, Cardinals, Orioles. What's missing?
The Andean condor?
No, walnut brain. Pigeons. They'd rather name a team after socks.
To be fair,
Buy 10 tickets on Vivid Seats, you get the 11th ticket free. I wonder what my 11th will be.
Hey, you're trash!
Living rent-free in a hockey player's head?
Or maybe just make some noise!
What's your 11th?
Get 2 or more.
Yeah, Rico, he's definitely not from the Bronx, man. Like, get the fuck out of here. He probably was just born here and then he went back to whatever they're from, Staten Island or somewhere.
These two franchises, there's not a lot of love lost, and these guys are trying to write their own chapter here.
We must be ready.
Welcome back to NBA Countdown, presented by Chime.
While these young Knicks try to write their first chapter, their own chapter, Clyde Frazier, champion with the
important
Knicks.
former player in the building today, Clyde Frazier.
Clyde Frazier. It's time now for Pick and Roll, brought to you by ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN. Today is a good day because everybody agreed. Everyone is picking the New York Knicks in this one. You can protect your parlay with daily so close protection from ESPN Bet. If one leg of a qualifying parlay misses, customers are eligible to get 100% of their wager back in bonus bets up to $15. You can download today and get in on the playoff action. All right, we said it earlier. It is the 150th Game 7 in NBA history, and home teams are 110 and 35 in those games. We're not talking about the bubble. We're not talking about all that. Stephen A. Moment. Please rally the Knicks faithful for a totally unbiased
Home teams are 110 and 35.
Well, see, I don't have to rise New York to the occasion because they all here. Everybody's ready. Ignore Bob Myers, Mr. California. Ignore Wilbon, Mr. Chicago. They ain't here right now. You understand what's at stake.
That guy's not from the Bronx.
We've been in the conference finals. We've waited 24 years for this moment right here. OG Anunoby is back. Josh Hart's going to play. When you talk about Game 7, it comes down to grinding. It comes down to guts. It comes down to who would have been. Come up in here. Come up in here, Spike Lee. You come right here. Come right here. This orange and blue skies, baby. This is what it's all about right here. This is what we've been waiting for right here. It's Game 7. This is what it's about. Get that hat on. Put it back on it. The New York Knicks. It's about grinding. It's about guts. It's about heart. That's what games are. And Clive, this is what it's about. This is what we waited for right here. One game, 48 minutes. Orange and blue skies, baby. Orange and blue skies. That is what it's all about, Bob.
We'll guard in Game 7. I'm going back to my seat.
Is there equal times for anybody from Indiana?
We ready.
Okay.
We ready.
They're ready. Bob's ready.
Guess what happens if the Knicks win today? Guess what?
What?
They're halfway to a championship.
Says the man with more.
You're halfway to a championship.
But you know what? You need to get halfway there.
And if they don't win, he's going to have to be revived.
Mike Breen, Doris Burke, JJ Redick, Lisa Salters, take it away.
Please,
Game 7.
take it.
Here we go.
All right, Malika, a wild Sunday afternoon.
You see how they just throw out random stats like that? Like who asked what's the home team's record in Game 7? Like who asked that? They do that all the time, man. That's why this shit throws us off sometimes. But here we go.
For the Knicks or the Pacers, it all comes down to one game. For one team, a single victory, and it's on to the conference finals. For the other, a defeat means the season is suddenly over. And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Game 7, where overwhelming excitement goes along with intense anxiety. They go hand in hand. And let's get started right away with the injury news regarding some key Knicks. So let's say hello to Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Both Josh Hart and OG Anunoby are giving it a go for this Game 7, but both are banged up. Josh Hart suffered that abdominal strain in the first quarter of Game 6. He tried to play through it, but eventually left that game, did not return. Hart got to the arena today, though, early, before the building lights were even all the way up. 4 hours before tip-off, he was out on the floor getting shots up. You could see the black tape on his stomach and him still occasionally touching his midsection after a shot. So the irritation still there, but Hart will try to play through it. As will OG Anunoby, who has not played since Game 2 of this series, when he suffered a left hamstring strain going up for a fast break layup. Anunoby told me after his pregame warm-up that he feels fine and is good enough to go. And Tom Thibodeau has said whatever Anunoby and Hart can give today will be a plus, because the reality is, Mike, this Knicks team is so beat up, the term next man up no longer applies. There's no next man up to go to.
All right, Lisa, thanks so much. And now we welcome in JJ and Doris. The Knicks have overcome injury challenges all season, so finally get at least some good news for them. But for them to advance to the next round, what has to happen, JJ?
Jalen Brunson has to be awesome. And he has faced a multitude of defenders and coverages against the Pacers. Aaron Nesmith has had the most success against Brunson, but Brunson has problem-solved that matchup as the series has progressed. His game is based on patience, deception, and his incredibly evasive footwork. And if you make a game plan mistake like the Pacers do here, he can hurt you from beyond the arc. Jalen Brunson has been one of the best basketball players in the NBA all season. For the Knicks to advance, he has to be that today.
Meanwhile, for the Pacers, they showed on Friday night what they were made of. Maybe their best victory of the entire postseason. For them to win back-to-back elimination games, Doris, what's the key?
Well, the last time they were in this building, Mike, it was a disaster, and their 24-year-old point guard navigating his first playoff run said it felt frenzied. His level of aggression is a huge driver of success, both as a scorer and as a passer, but he's got to control the tempo. He also needs their other best player to come along with him. Pascal Siakam went right at a less than 100% Josh Hart and has owned that matchup. He's long, he's athletic, he's got championship experience. That length makes him effective around the rim. How aggressive was he? Well, watch him direct traffic, saying reverse it and get it to me, because I know I'm going to draw two and dump it off. Turner's got to play great. They've got to have balanced scoring, Mike.
Doris, it all started with training camp back in October.
All day will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Chipotle's Chicken Al Pastor is back, and it's fire on every level. Fresh chicken, hot off the grill, mixed with morita peppers, a splash of pineapple, and fresh lime. It's where fire meets flavor. Chipotle's Chicken Al Pastor. The wait is over.
Wow. Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, with your home, auto, boat, and RV all bundled with Progressive, you've got the peace of mind to really wander.
Yeah. Yeah, I just hope it stays this way. Once word gets out about these places, they tend to...
Are you done?
And there it is.
Well, at least your vehicles are protected. Let's hit the road. Hey, fam. I am just at this beautiful lake that I just discovered, practicing gratitude, manifesting abundance.
Start clean with the power of Clorox. Because
you finally did it.
Happens.
Introducing the most powerful Tacoma ever. With the shut the front door handle. Also known as the Seriously Raw handle. Or the Whoa 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 handle. And even the No Me Gusta handle. Standard on the all-new Toyota Tacoma.
I know I've messed up in the past. From now on, there will be $0
delivery fee.
What?
With Dash Pass, you pay $0 delivery fee on DoorDash.
To zero!
Dash Pass, your door to $0 delivery fees. DoorDash.
There are no two words sweeter than Game 7. A reigning champion, standing tall, flexing their might, looking to strike gold once again. A young squad poised to take hold of the future and prove the time is now. An epic saga comes down to the last chapter, whose story will continue. Timberwolves Nuggets, Game 7, tonight on TNT.
It's your turn to be the ace, the late starter, and the diehard fan. Because with all the award-winning gaming, dining, and entertainment Turning Stone has to offer, you can go all in, go all out, and be whoever you want to be, especially when you want to be yourself. Turning Stone Resort Casino. It's your turn.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight.
Gotcha!
Get a great lease on a new 20...
That's another thing that's benefiting the Knicks as well. They can become 8-8 in Game 7s at home. Actually, no, what is that? Yeah, 8-8 in Game 7s, period. Madison Square Garden's 88. Yeah, I can't find that 110 stat. I don't know where she got that from, because what I looked up is home teams are 112 and 37. So I don't know. You gotta be careful what these people say. Gotta verify these things. How often do teams win? See, this website says that there has been 149 Game 7s in the NBA. According to NBC Sports, the home team owns a 112 and 37 record. See, so there is no 110 or 111. There's 112. So you gotta be careful, man. I don't know where she got that 110 and 35 from. Actually, no, because the thing is, this is measuring from 1947, so she probably measured from a little later on in this, but I don't think StatMuse has that. No. "37 Game 7s have been won by the road team. Pacers does equal 37, so. All right, let's get back to the game.
It is now time for Game 7 between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. The playoffs presented by Google Pixel and the conference semifinals by Chipotle. Crowd flocking in. Boy, ticket prices have skyrocketed. It's an impossible ticket. It's an expensive ticket. But, of course, the celebs will always find a way. Long time Nick faithful Spike Lee and so many Celebrities from all walks of life. Fat Joe, Tracy Morgan, both of them frequently here at Madison Square Garden, as is Ben Stiller. Jon Stewart sitting courtside, and New York native Johnny McEnroe as well. For the Knicks, you could call this maybe the biggest game in 24 years. That's the last time they made the conference finals. For the Pacers, looking to get to their first conference final in 10 years since 2014. There's the starting lineups. That number next to the name, that's how many each of those players have had a Game 7 experience. And the key name on those two is OG Anunoby. He has not played in 11 days, coming back from the hamstring injury suffered in Game 2. Such an integral part of the Knicks' success. And he's back in the lineup for Tom Thibodeau. And the Knicks, his defense, one of the best in the NBA. Nembhard, of course, the hero from Game 2. And it's always fascinating, JJ, to see how players respond to a Game 7, because as you've told us, there's nothing like it as a player.
Mike, you used the word anxiety in the open. I think that's what all these guys are feeling right now. Looking ahead, is it sadness? Is it elation? Are you extending your season? Game 7, one and done, just like college basketball. What a moment for these players.
Meanwhile, Doris, Tom Thibodeau said before the game to the Knicks, you're not going to win just because you're at home. The crowd is great, but the Pacers have played great basketball, certainly in Game 6 coming in.
Mike, it's not as simple as this, but the team that has won the rebounding battle has stepped away the victor. I think for the Pacers, a different level of physicality, defensive aggression was seen in Game 6. They've got to muster that same exact type energy here tonight.
The home team has won all 6 games so far. Rick Carlisle simply saying we have to play harder than them for us to win. They played harder in Game 6. Knicks had the blowout victory in Game 5. Brunson against Neesmith. Those two have been together since Game 3. Falling away shot, bounces around and drops in. Jalen Brunson had a rough first half in Game 6. Terrific in the second half, but it was too late as the Pacers dominated. Halliburton to Siakam. Siakam jumper, that's good. He was terrific on Friday night.
That little area around the free throw line, that's where he's going to roll when he runs that two-man game with Tyrese Halliburton. A lot of success in Game 6 from that spot.
Neesmith has done a fantastic job on Brunson in many occasions. Brunson, three-pointer in and out. Hartenstein, the offensive rebound. Back out, Anunoby. Josh Hart. Anunoby, his first shot in 11 days is good. Anunoby, the game he got hurt was the game of his life. He had 28 points in Game 2 in 28 minutes. Nembhard gets inside and scores.
This is something the Pacers have done as this series has worn on. Push up and pressure, a full 94 feet. Sometimes it's just against the ball handler. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 guys.
Brunson, hard screen set by Hart, and Neesmith runs him over. So Neesmith picks up his first. Knicks will take a side out.
Well, Neesmith here trying to fight through this screen. And maybe a little acting on both sides.
That happens frequently in NBA games.
What are you saying? NBA players flop?
DiVincenzo fakes the 3. Now gets inside. Hartenstein flips it up. That shot short. Nembhard the rebound. Again, the home team has won every game. Although the Pacers did play 2 good games in Games 1 and 2. The Knicks winning 2 thrillers. Miles Turner jump shot is good.
I like that little 2-man action with Nembhard, who looks comfortable to start the game, and you have got a sweet shooting big in Miles Turner.
Brunson, now Nembhard on him. Neesmith is guarding DiVincenzo on this possession. Shot clock down to 8. Brunson has seen double and, yes, triple teams quite a bit in this series. Anunoby struggling with his dribble, just gets it off in time and knocks him down. They're saying a 2-pointer, foot on the line. Well, Anunoby, what a start after missing the last 4 games. Turner, corner 3 is good. Miles Turner continues to shoot so well from downtown.
I think one thing to watch, that heavily taped up hamstring of OG Anunoby. He's made 2 shots, but his gait does not look normal to start this basketball game.
Brunson looking. DiVincenzo, open corner 3. Ball batted around. DiVincenzo gets it back. Bank shot, missed it. And Nembhard comes out of the pack. Halliburton also shooting well from 3-point range. Misses that one. Fight for the rebound. Tipped and taken by Hart. Hart, the burst of speed, gets inside. Bank shot. He missed it. Here comes Siakam. Pacers really pushed the pace the other night, Game 6. Siakam does so and gets his second field goal.
If you're looking where Indiana has an advantage right now, it's with Pascal Siakam. The last 4 games, he has been fantastic. And whoever is going to be guarding him for the New York Knicks, whether it's Hart or Anunoby, both these guys banged up.
Brunson, step back inside the arc. Jump shot, missed it. Naismith had it, lost it, and a loose ball foul against Hartenstein. And the Pacers will get it.
Did he grab his back at the end of this play right here? The collision with Aaron Naismith.
Well, you see, in this series and throughout the playoffs, seems every time up and down the court, somebody's grimacing and somebody's limping. Nice feed inside, Siakam.
You can see it in the last 2 plays. OG Anunoby does not have the movement. Now Hartenstein is grabbing his left side. That post up by Siakam one-on-one against OG a couple possessions ago, he barely moved.
Meanwhile, Nembhard with an excellent pass. That's his second assist already. And he has really grown in these playoffs. His first playoff, DiVincenzo connects on a 3. DiVincenzo had that magnificent Game 3 as Nembhard answers right back. Nembhard 5 points, 2 assists, and 2 boards already. And the Pacers up 6.
And that's a mistake from the New York Knicks. Off of a made 3, the Pacers weren't even pushing that hard in transition, but some miscommunication. And Andrew Nembhard ends up with a wide open 3. You see Josh Hart thinking he has Halliburton. No one's guarding Andrew Nembhard. Lines it up. Pacers up 6.
Let me vibe for a minute.
I love this jacket. You'll never find it.
Step, son. Both in the where you get that from. Said she trying to ride it. I'm like, yeah, get it. I don't know her name, but she fit in with the other bad women in my section. Where I provided direction. Straight face gang, got me feeling like a henchman. Hey, let me vibe for a minute. Hey, way too high when I'm in it. Hey, let me vibe.
You know, Peyton, seats at the hotel pool are a lot like seats in a game. We have VIPs, we have fair weather fans, and the bench.
Well, who sits on the bench?
Not me.
Garfield is the perfect family adventure. 5 stars? More like 5 lasagnas.
Ooh, cheese is my love language.
The Garfield movie in theaters Thursday. Rated PG. Tickets on sale now.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light.
It is.
Hi. Are you at Not Howie? Food hits, right? The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night.
This is nice. I'm a little nervous to try Blue Cruise for the first time.
You go ahead and hit the cruise control button.
Okay, Sakai, just let go. No, I'm supposed to, okay. See the steering wheel moving. Don't touch it. Oh, wow. This was amazing. Oh my gosh. This is very nice.
It's driving! Ooh! I can't wait to tell my mom about this.
Make me go loco, loco. Make me go loco. Make me go loco.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Today's winning ingredients delivered by Chipotle, the most famous game in New York Knicks history. Game 7, 1970 NBA Finals. Would Willis replay? The bad leg came out limping, hit his first 2 shots, and the Knicks went on to destroy the Lakers, led by Walt Clyde Frazier with the greatest game in Knicks history. As the Knicks won their first championship, Frazier had 36 points, 19 assists, and 7 rebounds. And here in attendance tonight.
I once asked him, has anything in his life ever lived up to that? He said, absolutely not, Mike.
Brunson gets inside. Deuce McBride has come on. Anunoby sitting down. Three-pointer, DiVincenzo. That's his second. Siakam, nice move. Step back is good. Pascal Siakam's hit his first 4 shots. He's 4 for 4 from the field.
OG Anunoby is out. McBride obviously in the basketball game. That switches the matchup on Pascal Siakam. That time in transition, it's Hartenstein.
Jim Hart stays on Brunson. Ben Shepherd has also checked in for the first time. Neesmith sitting down. Brunson spins, kicks it out in the corner. McBride off the bounce. Shot clock at 3. Fires away. That won't go. Tipped by Hartenstein. Ball knocked loose. Hartenstein comes up with a pass inside to Josh Hart, and he'll bring it back out. DiVincenzo tries again, knocks it down. Dante DiVincenzo with 3 3-pointers, and the Knicks back within 2.
And that possession embodies who the New York Knicks are as a basketball team. Multiple efforts, creating a second possession. They weren't getting the loose balls in Game 6 early. That's a good sign.
Then Hart up top. Siakam drives on Hartenstein. Turner guarded by Hart. Shot clock at 3. Pascal Siakam, 3-pointer. He's perfect so far. 5 for 5 with 11 points.
That matchup is the most critical one because OG can score on different types of people, and Hartenstein is just going to get him in space, JJ. And if you give him a cushion, he's going to shoot that jumper.
Brunson scores, but the Pacers off the make get a layup down the other end. Siakam to Shepherd. They are 10 of 11 from the field. The Indiana Pacers executing beautifully offensively. They already have 7 assists. They had 35 on Friday night. Josh Hart goes right at Halliburton. Shoots over him. Jumper's good. Knicks, meanwhile, they're shooting 53% from the field.
And that play for the New York Knicks is there every time. Using Halliburton's man as a screener, if you separate and create space, you can get downhill and make a play.
Yeah, nice feed inside. Turner missed the jumper. Or missed the jam. DiVincenzo drives, stripped but fouled. Halliburton right away does that sign. Wants him to challenge it. Rick Carlisle will look behind his bench. It's become one of the most important jobs on the team. The coaching short a replay, and he's going to call timeout. DiVincenzo and Siakam having words. Now Siakam and Hartenstein. James Johnson has come off the bench. So has a couple of players. Now a timeout, if the timeout was called, that's different. But players wandering all the way off the bench. The officials trying to get everybody back to where they need to go. Rick Carlisle did signal the timeout as he wanted a challenge. That was just as DiVincenzo and Siakam were talking. DiVincenzo saying, I'm shooting free throws, bud. And then Hartenstein comes in to try and help out his teammate. And this is your typical Game 7 healthy competitive disdain that develops during the course of a series.
Indiana has called a timeout to challenge a foul, assess Halliburton.
So a timeout was called. If the timeout had not been called and players are wandering off the bench, that's trouble. And terms of suspensions. James Johnson still talking to Jimmy Capers. So already a little controversy. DiVincenzo got fouled on that shot. That looks close.
So, you want to become a pilot? It's easy. It's just 14 years of obsession, rigorous training.
Halliburton, the best player on the team, has 0 points. How's that even possible, man?
There's this one, and eventually that one.
There's a pilot shortage out there, and only the best can fix it. That's why I'm here.
I'm here.
And we're here.
No fees or minimums and no overdraft fees are another reason banking with Capital One is an even easier decision than this.
We need a clutch hit. Derek. Jeter.
Hang in there, rookie.
Yep, even easier than that. What's in your wallet?
Being an athlete means having a healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body for as long as you can. Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished. Gatorade, for every athlete, forever.
I'm from here. I will tell you this. In these territories, men will come try you, and they will take from you until you are wiped clean from this land.
You think?
Someone's gonna take that gun and wrap you with it.
What? We talked enough.
Horizon, an American saga. The journey begins June 28th. Rated R.
From the brewers at Blue Moon, a beer that's crafted bright with tangerine peel and crafted light with only 95 calories. Blue Moon Light, made brighter.
Wrong turn? Hey Google, play dramatic music.
With best-in-class fuel economy and 5 drive modes, virtually no road is out of bounds.
Drive the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue Platinum or get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on all other Rogue trims.
Idol's grand finale is packed with all-star performances, including rock icon Bon Jovi. I love it. And it's all down to Will, Abby, and Jack. And the winner is... Idol's grand finale live coast to coast tonight on ABC.
Well, the winner of today's game will face the Celtics Tuesday in that building. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Coverage begins with NBA Countdown at 7. Tip-off shortly after 8. The mighty Celtics waiting patiently. Meanwhile, successful challenge you see here as the ball touched first by Halliburton and then the contact. So that's a legal play defensively. And then these two got after it and got called for a double technical. So no foul on Halliburton and Pacer ball.
And that was just some gamesmanship there from Siakam. He's trying to give his bench a little more time to review that play and decide whether or not to call a challenge.
That's part of the strategy in today's NBA. Halliburton misses after the air ball from Toppin. And here comes Brunson the other way. DiVincenzo's had the hot hand. Fires again. That one off the mark. Hartenstein could not quite hold on. Pacer ball.
Doris, what a challenge it is to box out Isaiah Hartenstein. I mean, his relentless pursuit of the basketball. No, he didn't get that one, but it's every possession.
This was a critical factor. Turner was aggressively seeking body contact on the checkout in Game 6. It's how they commanded the boards in that game.
Halliburton left open, wide open. 3 is good. Reese Halliburton with his first field goal, and it's a 6-point Pacer lead. T.J. McConnell off the bench. Had a huge impact in this series. Brunson against McConnell. Kicks it out. Josh Hart fakes. And Toppin went for the fake. And he's a little shaken up. It's every possession somebody's feeling.
And this is a simple thing here from Miles Turner, but on this penetration from T.J. McConnell, sets that flare screen on McBride, which gives Tyrese Halliburton the time and space to line that thing up.
Doesn't take much. Just reroute that guy who's pursuing just enough.
Brunson finds a spot, knocks it down. Jalen Brunson off to a good start. 3 of 5 from the field. Here's Halliburton all the way down the lane, looking for someone to throw to. Gets it to Turner. Turner nearly poked away, dives on it. Hartenstein, and we'll have a hell ball.
Mike, I don't understand in that instance where you get, oh boy. Looks like Hartenstein, that ankle.
Everybody's getting up limping.
That's unbelievable. But when you get this deep penetration and you're Tyrese Halliburton, I know your instinct to score. You've got to attack to score. There was no reason to think past there. This is what we were talking about at the start of the telecast. Managing your level of aggression as both facilitator and scorer.
And a whistle before the ball was thrown up.
You're absolutely correct, Doris. Halliburton has to look to score on every possession. No, he's got to look to score on every possession. That's how he sets the table to be the elite distributor that he is.
In games 1 and 5 was not that type of offensive player. The other games he's been spectacular at times. Hartenstein tips it back, and it's going to be Pacer ball. An eventful first almost 9 minutes here in game 7. Pacers shooting 73%, yet their lead is just 4. Neither team has turned the ball over yet. Halliburton stops, shoots, and scores. There's the aggressiveness you guys talked about. He's got 5 points and 3 assists.
We saw in game 6 that matchup against McBride. He has the size to just shoot right over the top.
Brunson, nice move, throws it up, shot won't go, rebound, Toppin. Toppin off to the races, Knicks get back. Cross court to Shepard. Halliburton fakes, sidestep, 3-pointers up. Got it again. Tyrese Halliburton back-to-back buckets. He has 8, and the lead is 9 for Indiana.
What were we saying about him aggressive as a scorer?
Love it. Love the little sidestep, efficient footwork into that 3.
Brunson drives, gets inside the floater in the paint, in and out, trying to get the rebound. Shepard comes away with it. Shepard, McConnell, Toppin, part of that bench. 3-pointer is good. Halliburton again has come alive. A 12-point lead, and that has quieted the crowd here. And a timeout called by the Knicks. Tyrese Halliburton, aggressive. They're 6 of 8 from 3, 78% from the field here in the first.
No. I can't handle this.
Great handle takes practice.
Jewel Lloyd.
The key is balance and anticipation, so no one can steal.
Someone did steal.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, State Farm's here to help.
We should watch the game.
Oh, right. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Just two best friends trying things that are new. We got this guy and this guy too. It's Taco.
I don't think sitcom's working.
Yeah, I agree. At least we got these Cantina chicken tacos, though.
I think we need a bigger yard.
With our credit?
Credit Karma can show us how to improve our credit for free. Then we can get a place with a bigger yard.
Yay! Intuit Credit Karma. Download the app today.
Welcome back to the NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. Conference semifinals by Chipotle. JJ.
Watch Tyrese Halliburton here. He passes the ball right in front of us. Sprints across court to hunt his shot. That was his 3rd straight make. This is a little sidestep 3. And then as we said, he's got the size advantage. Clean 2-foot jump stop. Can establish either foot as a pivot foot. Shoots right over the top.
McConnell deflects it out of bounds. And it's still Nick Ball at half court. 16 on the shot clock.
There's 2 things you don't want to do defensively. you don't want to be standing flat-footed against the Pacers. They are all about player and ball movement. You also don't want to be in scramble mode. The last couple possessions that you just showed, JJ, they're doing exactly that.
McConnell, little extra pump. That shot will not count. Foul came before, as TJ McConnell will pick up his first. McConnell has, for the Knicks, been a pest at both ends of the floor. Been a terrific floor general, scoring, and some excellent defense. 14th foul on the Pacers. DiVincenzo pulls up, 2-point jump shot. That's good. DiVincenzo right now doing it all for the Knicks. McBride now on Halliburton. Feed inside to Obi Toppin. Finds McConnell. McConnell falling away. Shot is good. First bucket for McConnell, who's already got a couple of assists. Lead back up to a dozen. This is just incredible shooting here in the first quarter of a Game 7. 79%. They're 15 of 19. Brunson comes up short. Halliburton looking to push.
Great job by McConnell to stay between.
Halliburton another three. Puts it in. Tyrese Halliburton, 14 points.
You gotta love the 39 points by the Pacers in the first quarter, right? But yeah, like I was saying, man, OG Anunoby, I didn't want that guy to play, man. But yeah, that 39 is a good sign because Tom Thibodeau can pick up that 39 postseason win. So they got us in the first quarter. Let's see what happens the rest of the game.
Well, McConnell surveying. Precious Achua in there, guarding Siakam. Tyrese Halliburton putting on a show here in the opening period. Now Siakam with 5 to shoot. Dribbles, stops, pulls up, jump shot. That won't go. Rebound tip taken by Brunson. Brunson throws it ahead. DiVincenzo had it behind him. Layup, shot won't go, but a foul. And DiVincenzo, who has 11 points to lead the Knicks, will shoot 2 free throws.
Well, obviously, the job of the Pacers is to make life hard for Jalen Brunson, but Tyrese Halliburton keeps cooking from three-point territory, and this is what I was talking about. Push up and pressure. They try to double screen. You see him battle through both screens and try to stay in front, and that's just great, tough-minded, aggressive defense from TJ McConnell.
Alec Burks comes in. Brunson will sit. Tom Thibodeau trying to get him some rest to end of a quarter.
And after that last Tyrese Halliburton three, he's attempting to have his Reggie Miller moment here in the Garden, talking some trash with a New York Knicks fan that's about 5 people from us over here on courtside.
DiVincenzo misses. Those were the first free throw attempts by the Knicks. Pacers have not attempted a free throw, yet they have 39 points. DiVincenzo pokes it away. Still time left. Hart racing up the floor. DiVincenzo, three-pointers up. Off the mark. The follow won't go. And that ends a spectacular first quarter for the Pacers. They shoot 76% from the field. And Tyrese Halliburton lighting it up with 14 points. Pacers came in 1-5 on the road in the playoffs, but coming off a terrific victory in an elimination game Friday. After one here in Game 7, Pacers up a dozen.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Oh, brother. Which brother? The older brother.
If you think this game is over because they're up by 12, you don't understand how this rigging stuff works. Yesterday, the Thunder had a 17-point lead and lost. These are rituals. They have to put the numbers in front of you for the rituals to happen. This is New York City. Of course, they have 39 points.
Pacers offense all season long. In the second half of the season and at times in these playoffs, he has been passive as a scorer. Not tonight. He's already knocked down 4 threes. He's got 14 points, the most in any quarter this postseason.
The only way the Pacers can continue this, Halliburton has to do that every single quarter. You guys think he's going to do that every quarter? He's going to make 5 threes every single quarter? That's not going to happen. Nobody else is doing anything for the Pacers.
Who trained you?
Star Wars: The Acolyte, 2-episode premiere June 4th, only on Disney+.
This is nice. I'm a little nervous to try Blue Cruise for the first time.
You can go ahead and hit the cruise control button.
Okay, Sakai, just let go. No, I'm supposed to, okay. See the steering wheel moving. Don't touch it. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. This is very nice. It's driving! Ooh! I can't wait to tell my mom about this.
Welcome back to the NBA Conference Semifinals delivered by Chipotle. Rick, you said we've got to play harder than them to win. How do you think you're doing so far?
Both teams are playing hard. We're behind on loose balls, so we've got to do better there.
Tyrese Halliburton, 14 points in that first quarter. Just what do you like about what you're seeing from him so far?
He's aggressive. He's our guy. And, you know, we just want our guys to react and play the game and play as hard as they can.
All right, thank you, Coach. Mike?
All right, Lisa, we apologize. Coming back late, the first bucket of the second quarter, Neesmith, as they started before we came out of commercial. And just an incredible first quarter by these Indiana Pacers. They already have 12 assists. Just great ball movement, unselfish play, and Halliburton being a star in that opening period. Siakam. McConnell. Isaiah Jackson and flips it up and in. This team's just not missing. They're 18 of 23 from the field, 78%.
But you see the pressure they apply to you with their offense, Mike. It's constant movement. It's holding a dribble only when necessary to create other action.
Hartenstein kicks it out, pressures Achua. Back to McBride. Deuce McBride fires away. Shot won't go. Jackson couldn't quite hold on. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Hartenstein. That's going to be his second. An amazing start for the Pacers. And a rough one for the Knicks. Down by 16 already. OG Anunoby played the first 5 minutes, hit his first 2 shots. Got the crowd fired up. But didn't appear to be moving well and has not returned since. On the bounce, McConnell once again. He's done that over and over again. Sneaks inside and gets the layup.
He's just so crafty for his size around the basket, both as a scorer and a passer. The ability to keep his dribble alive along that baseline and Nash it. Steve Nash, oh man.
That's the Nash dribble.
He's as good as there is in the NBA right now.
Out of Burks, gets inside. It's fouled, banks it home, and a chance for a three-point play. Burks' emergence in this series has been so helpful with the Knicks roster depleted.
I mean, this guy is the ultimate pro. Such a spark for the Knicks over the last few games. And here's McConnell working along this baseline against a 7-footer. What a shot.
Do you see what I mean, though? He keeps the dribble alive for 2 reasons. One, he scored himself. The other one, it was the push-down dribble. That one came first. And Jackson has played well in limited minutes for the Pacer team.
Jackson, meanwhile, picks up that foul. Burks hits that. Rick Carlisle calls T.J. McConnell. He says he is the purest form of an NBA competitor. Jackson, Siakam, Neesmith, McConnell, and Shepard out there for the Pacers. McConnell inside the Jackson, leans in. Shot won't. It's going to go against Achua. And 2 free throws for Jackson.
This team is just so difficult to guard at all times, whether it's transition or the half court. They're going to push pace, but in the half court, you have to guard multiple actions.
You see his numbers for the series. It's his second year in the NBA was last year, and he was 10th in block shots, despite the fact that he only played 16 minutes a game. He's a really good defensive player, improving offensively. As we remind you, get the NBA app for nonstop playoff access with real-time scores and highlights. Go behind the scenes with new episodes of the original series, Chasing History. Download the NBA app today. This is the first free throw attempts of the game by the Pacers, yet they've got 45 points in just over 14 minutes. Shooting 7 of 9 from 3 will help that point total.
They're 7 for 9 in the paint, Mike. And Tyrese Halliburton, when the year started, was one of the most dynamic, best players in the league. And then some injuries pinched him. But he's starting to regain that form where he is so dangerous.
Burks and McBride, the backcourt now. DiVincenzo looking for another opening. He's got 12 of their 30 points. Shepard fights over the screen, and a bad pass. Second turnover for the Knicks. Nimhard to McConnell. McConnell crossover. Shot in the paint is up. Shot is good. P.J. McConnell once again. What a spark off the bench. And Madison Square Garden has gone very quiet. An 18-point lead for the Pacers. They're shooting 80% from the field.
Mike, he comes out of Arizona. I don't know if anybody bet that this guy would have as long a career, but let's just watch the Pacers play defense, get out in transition. T.J. McConnell, opportunistic, just overcoming odds. Smallest guy on the floor, toughest guy, perhaps, on the floor right now. Look at that acrobatic finish. Ridiculous.
Start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Snake, snack, a snack, a snack, oh, snack, hey. I'm about to make my move. Marcus, we do not have any weapons. I'll take the 3 in the front. You take the 6 in the back. No, you not.
Bad Boys, rated R. Tickets on sale now.
It goes.
Nice. AT&T just sent me a heads up on the best plan for me. I'm all about good advice.
Mello, you give horrible advice.
Draft night 2003. Here we go.
Are you sure about this, Mello?
Where does the suit end and perk begin? Trust me, these suits are timeless classics.
Bossy boys.
What?
AT&T provides proactive recommendations so you get what's right for you.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year, dang. Put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
I know I've messed up in the past. From now on, there will be $0
delivery fee.
What?
With Dash Pass, you pay $0 delivery fee on DoorDash. To zero!
Dash Pass, your door to $0 delivery fees. DoorDash.
So, how long have you lived here?
Over 40 years.
And how are the restaurants around here? Are they good, bad, meh? What's the average household income? Is there a mall? I don't know, a hair salon? Where do you get your hair done?
You gonna move or what?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a lovely neighborhood.
Marcy, we've got to go.
I'm coming.
We've got 17,000 more parks to visit.
You want to give me a hand?
We bring you the best neighborhood info.
Ding dong.
Homes.com. NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA. And the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team. Plus, one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Well, as they've done all series, the Indiana Pacers, high pickup points, ball pressure against Jalen Brunson. He's faced multiple defenders already tonight. Doris, when they have used Haliburton as a screener, he's been in a help position.
Yep.
Just tough sledding so far for Jalen Brunson.
I like how hard they've battled to stay between him and the basket. Is he going to get shots off? Yes. Can you make them tough shots? Can you force him to score over you? He's a little bit undersized, obviously, so those become tougher shots.
Brunson has had a couple of 40-point-plus games in the home games as Josh Hart comes up well short. Hart called for the foul as McConnell got hit and falls down. First foul on Josh Hart. We are witnessing a record-setting shooting display by the Indiana Pacers. This is a great offensive team. #1 in the NBA in scoring during the regular season. #1 during the playoffs. The #1 assist team, so the ball movement, Haliburton's aggressiveness, it changes who they are. And it just carried over with everybody else.
I mean, think about how bad Game 5 was. Rick Carlisle said it was embarrassing. They annihilated us. And, JJ, for 2 days, that coach harped on that. They've been a different team since.
Shepard floats it up, and shot, of course, goes in. That's the way it's going. Everything going down for the Pacers.
And Doris, we talked about this the other night after the game with SportsCenter. To get to this point in the season, your team has to have an identity, and you got to give the Indiana Pacers, regardless of the outcome today, how they've put their identity as an imprint on this series with the way they played offensively and their toughness on the defensive end.
Siakam double team, finds Shepard. Shepard, Jackson, slam dunk. They've now taken 27 shots, and they've missed 5. The Garden crowd is absolutely stunned. A 22-point lead for the Pacers. Hart gets inside, fouled by Nembhard. And Hart will shoot 2.
Look, we talked about it. This is a team that it's constant movement. Double team, so 2 on the ball. Get to your closest outlet. And if you're Shepard, be in the vision of the guy who's being double teamed. And oftentimes out of a double, it's the second pass that gets you a bucket.
So Hart, who is questionable, now out there despite the abdominal injury, hits the free throw. Upcoming playoff schedule tonight, another Game 7 on TNT. Timberwolves and Nuggets for the right to go to the conference final. And Tuesday, ESPN and ESPN2. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics at home in Boston, facing either the Pacers or the Knicks. Tyrese Haliburton doing everything he can to make sure that's an Indiana-Boston matchup. But a long way to go. And with that, JJ, what do the Knicks have to start doing now to get themselves to start to crawl back into the game?
They've got to get stops, and they've got to get out and run. And look, 20 points in today's NBA, you can overcome that with this amount of time left. It's got to be get it down to 15, get it down to 12. If they can get this thing around 10 by halftime, they've got a chance.
Ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by McBride. So Pacers get a new 14. Tom Thibodeau's team, one of the best defensive teams in the NBA when they were whole during the course of the season. But OG Anunoby, a big part of that. He has not returned after playing the first 5 minutes. Not received any word from the Knicks whether or not he's just resting or it didn't work. Turner, got it. Miles Turner now with 7 points. Achua brings it up front. Struggles a bit with the dribble. Alec Burks, baseline jumper is good. So Burks off the bench with 5 points. So it's still a 20-point lead for Indiana. McConnell. And Neymar traveled. Only the second turnover for the Pacers.
You have highly skilled bigs on the Indiana Pacers, whether it's been Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, in that high pick and roll, popping into that 17-foot area. A lot of success there.
Now the Garden crowd trying to inspire their hometown team. Right now down 20. Alec Burks calls for it, gets in the paint, stops, falling away, shot's good. Alec Burks, spark off the bench, 7 points in 5 minutes. He's hit all 3 of his shots. Neesmith to Nembhard. Burks trying to fight through a screen. Nembhard drives down. Layup is good. What a shot from Nembhard. He's got 7 points. These are his first NBA playoffs, and he has been terrific. Burks, the aggressor offensively. Count it again. Alec Burks.
I know the score differential, but these are massive buckets by Burks. You're just trying to stay attached here somehow, some way. Dante did it early. Burks is doing it now.
Nembhard, Achua is on him. Hart's on Turner, and another travel. Ron Starks. Last time the Knicks played a Game 7 here at Madison Square Garden. Ron Starks was a part of that team. Knicks and the Pacers. All the way back 1995. We're at the midway point here in the second. Brunson gets it inside to Achua. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Achua makes his move, goes inside, flips it up, shot won't go, and Turner couldn't hold on. Well, the Knicks will get a new 14.
But you see what the pressure does. It speeds you up a little bit. Jalen Brunson there, and this is a guy who controls the game, controls the pace. He gets sped up a little bit, and now all of a sudden you're asking Precious Achua to create half-court offense for you.
McBride down the lane, goes inside, blocked by Turner. McBride gets it back. Burks fakes, drive, scoop layup, bank shot, no good, but a foul. Alec Burks working hard out there to try to keep the Knicks in the game here in the second.
Let's watch Miles Turner, who has affected this series with his defense and shot blocking. So he's assisting on that screen. He's just trailing, but he's tracking that shot the entire way. He has been elite as a shot blocker his entire career.
Chance of Alec Burks, who again did not play in the first 7 games of these playoffs. Played 44 seconds in the 8th one, but in the last 4 he's been in double figures. Make it 5 in a row. He's got now 10 points in 7 minutes off the bench. Rick Carlisle calls timeout. The largest lead has been 22. Knicks trying to get back. They're down 17.
You know what's funny, right? Remember we were saying yesterday about the 204 possibly playing because Reggie Miller, his name equals 204 like Rick Carlisle. And here the Knicks are choking in the Game 7. But let's see what happens, man. It's only 17 points. I remember yesterday when the Thunder was up by 17, I went to sleep. I thought the Mavericks was done. I woke up and then they was tied up. So I don't know. I still got a little bit of hope. If it gets in the third quarter, they still up by double digits. You can stick a knife in it, man. This team, they're shooting like 90%. It's just, oh my gosh. So fucking fake. 90% field goal percentage. 83%. 83%. No, that's actually free throws. 80%. 80%. They missed 6 shots.
Hotel near Rodeo Drive.
Oh, Tina.
Wild Tina booked a farm stay to ride this horse.
Glenn Close?
With millions of possibilities. You can book whoever you want to be.
That's my line.
Booking.com.
Yeah.
I'm getting vaccinated with Pfizer's pneumococcal pneumonia vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
Come on. I already got a pneumonia vaccine.
but I'm asking about the added protection of Prevnar 20.
If you're 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 20 is approved in adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects were pain and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, fatigue, headache, and joint pain.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
I don't want to risk ending up in the hospital with pneumococcal pneumonia.
That's why I chose Prevnar 20.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist about the Pfizer vaccine for pneumococcal pneumonia.
From the brewers at Blue Moon, a beer that's crafted bright with tangerine peel and crafted light with only 95 calories. Blue Moon Light, made brighter.
NHL coverage continues on ESPN. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals here at the Garden. Panthers take on the Rangers. Coverage begins at 8.
Are they going to 42-59 us? Let's see.
In their great offense.
Mike, you talked about it. They're the highest scoring team in the league. So even after push, look at the amount of space that's covered and the lack of ability to cover space by OG out of the gates.
And look, the best offenses in the league, a lot of them, they want to get the ball across half court in 2 to 3 seconds. They don't want to go against the set defense. The Pacers do this as well as anyone. Take it out after a make and create an advantage 2-on-1, easy layup for Ben Shepherd.
They're averaging in these playoffs just under 30 assists per game. That would be the highest mark in 28 years. This great ball movement, we saw it in Game 6. They had 5 different players score 15 or more and all shoot over 50%, which rarely happens.
They've got 17 assists on 19 buckets. Man, that just gives you an idea of how well this ball is popping.
Meanwhile, Alec Burks has the last 8 Knicks points. He's got 11 off the bench. Nimhard gets into the paint. Pass deflected. Here's Achua. Down the lane. Throws it down. The buildings come alive again. The Knicks within 14. Two-time champion Clyde Frazier liking it as Halliburton trying to race up the floor. Halliburton. Wild pass to Siakam. Siakam nearly poked away twice. Neesmith gets it. Double team Siakam. Nimhard gets to the foul line. Jumper's good. Boy, Nimhard, 9 points, 4 assists.
And that's just a heady play there from Nimhard. Saw the double team and cut into space where Siakam could find him.
Brunson goes inside, kicks it out in the corner of Chua. Burks feeling it, corner 3. And Nimhard, the rebound, racing up the floor. Pacers looking to push every single time. Neesmith knocks down the 3. They're 8 of 11 from three-point range, and the lead right back up to 19. Brunson, McBride tries to answer. Too strong. Turner, good boxing out.
I just love how little Neesmith will concede a switch.
Siakam, Halliburton, Turner. Brunson guarding in. Feed inside to Siakam. Good spin move. Too strong off the glass. Hart looks to push. Hart drives, gets inside, kicks it out McBride. Alec Burks goes inside. Layup, count it, and a foul. Boy, Alec Burks has been spectacular here in the second quarter. Now with 13 points to lead the Knicks in scoring.
I mean, this guy has been awesome this afternoon, providing every bit of spark that the New York Knicks need. A tough finish there. He's keeping the crowd into it. He's keeping his team into it. Again, we talk about 15 points, 10 points. They're within striking distance if they can close this half well.
Still 3:41 remaining. Burks hits the first. Indiana, I know I keep repeating it, it's stunning. 79% shooting with 3.5 to go in the second. Pass inside, Turner. Can't get it there. Second effort is good. And the foul. Miles Turner, big offensive rebound and a chance for a three-point play. And Hartenstein has his third personal.
But you're letting Halliburton, and this is some of the randomness that's causing this. Where is he, JJ? What hand has he got the ball in? The right hand. And the passing angles, it's like watching Mahomes sometimes. Those awkward throwing angles with the arm. I mean, look at this pass. Just a drop pass between multiple guys. Whatever it takes to get it there.
And on that pick and roll, Isaiah Hartenstein got strung out a little bit too far off of the body. All of a sudden, Jalen Brunson has to come over as the low man. And look, he missed the first one, but he's going to get that rebound.
Hartenstein sits down. A small lineup with Hart, Brunson, DiVincenzo, Burks, and Precious Achiuwa at the 5. Neesmith on Brunson. Brunson just 6 points. He has 7 assists. Brunson working on Neesmith. Nice spin move, falls down, and a foul. Billy Kennedy telling Neesmith to calm down as Neesmith will pick up his second personal.
So Isaiah Hartenstein here, he wants to be in a drop coverage. And on this second pick and roll, he gets out of the line of Miles Turner. And that's just a huge size advantage, Turner versus Brunson.
Brunson, 3 of 9 from the field. Shepard's going to come in for the Pacers. And Neesmith will sit with the 2 fouls. Brunson, the leading scorer in these NBA playoffs. He was sent into superstardom and has changed the direction of this franchise. And now with his team down by 17, they'll need a big second half and ending to the second quarter as well. Halliburton, speaking of changing the direction of the franchise, he's done the same for the Pacers. Eight on the 24. Halliburton on the bounce. Inside, 2-pointer, shot's good. Tyrese Halliburton, 6 of 8 from the field. He's got 16.
Hey, he's still yapping at the front row, JJ.
And you don't see him jump on his three-point jumper, but when he shoots that mid-range shot, he actually elevates, and he's got so much size he can shoot over the top.
Brunson's three-pointer bounces off. Siakam grabs the rebound. Rebounding numbers +4 for the Pacers. They haven't had a lot of chances for offensive rebounds the way they've shot. Achiuwa blocks it out of bounds. And it's still Indiana ball.
So again, Tyrese Halliburton getting to that strong hand. He's been so much more productive in this series and all year going to his right. But to me, it's about his presence, his mojo. He's going to talk a little jump to the front row, but that vibe permeates this group.
A frustrated Tom Thibodeau is going to challenge that last call. Knicks down 19, Pacers rolling.
Before we start, you have medical insurance? What? Your coverage good? You have dental?
You ready?
Ready.
Do you believe in me? Let me fight beside you. I think we're all going to die.
I'm glad he's on our side.
Into another dimension.
A wide leaf filter? It's well designed, efficient. I appreciate that.
Leaf Filter's technology keeps debris out of your gutters for good. Guaranteed.
What more could you ask for?
Call 833-LEAF-FILTER today or visit leaffilter.com.
Start clean with the power of Clorox. Because...
Or getting that deposit back.
Happens.
Okay.
NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. Conference semifinals delivered by Chipotle. As you see on the replay, clearly last touch by Tyrese Halliburton. So Tom Thibodeau, successful challenge. See on those fingertips right there. So they changed the call. Halliburton and DiVincenzo chatting away. Knicks will take it out. Still 2:23 left in the second quarter. And a half that has been completely dominated by the road team. We have not seen that in this series. The home teams won all 6 games. Although the Pacers will tell you that they did gain some confidence for how well they played in games 1 and 2. Got blown out in game 5 here. Brunson, jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Brunson now 3 of 11. Here comes Siakam. Falling away, shots good. Pascal Siakam, 13 points. One of 3 Pacers in double figures. And as we're under the 2-minute mark, lead back up to 21. Brunson's fouled.
Well, if you're the Indiana Pacers and you're coming into this game, game 7, the question mark is Pascal Siakam, who has the experience unlike anybody else on this roster, can he step up and have a massive game? He's been great. The other question is, can your young star, under the bright lights in the Garden on game 7, his first game 7, can he have a massive game? Just an incredible start for these 2 stars.
And Brunson misses the free throw. Knicks have missed a couple. The Kia halftime report coming up. 24 minutes to who will face the Celtics in the next round. J.B. Smooth here cheering on Steve Sharippa. That's the halftime report coming up.
Mike, I think you're very pleased if you're Indiana. You just touched on Brunson being 3 for 11, couple free throws here. But he's faced 5 different defenders. He's had to work for everything. The Pacers know he's going to score. He'll probably have a better second half. How hard can you make it, and how many shots does he have to take to get there?
DiVincenzo deflects it. Knicks force the turnover. It's 5 turnovers for the Pacers. Burks inside to Achua. Achua gathers and stuffs. The Knicks fans just anxious for any type of mini run in what has been a disastrous first half. Turner kicks it out in the corner. Siakam's got Josh Hart on him. One-on-one coverage. And a foul. Shot no good. And Hart upset as he picks up his second.
His ability to post either side of the box. He's going against Josh Hart. He's had great success against Josh, who's not 100%, but you see, he's able to absorb with that skinny frame all the physicality and still get into his shot motion.
They acquired him back in mid-January from Toronto. The Raptors on a bit of a sale of their top players. Of course, Anunoby a few weeks earlier had gone to the Knicks, and he has fit in beautifully. Champion with the Raptors. His first NBA Finals game for the Raptors back in 2019 against the Warriors. He had 32 points. He's been All-NBA a couple of times, a multiple All-Star. And he fit in perfectly right from the start.
Fit frame, Doris. Fit frame. He's got a fit frame.
Fit frame.
Not a skinny frame.
See, on the distaff side, skinny's a compliment.
Lead back to 20. Knicks desperately need Jalen Brunson, although the Pacers are trying to do everything to make sure anybody but Brunson will beat them. You see him double teams every time. Good defense here from Shepard. Brunson draws the foul. Shot's good and one. Chance for a three-point play for Brunson, now in double figures.
See, so many great offensive players are able to time in isolation when the defender's hand reaches into the cookie jar. Jalen Brunson does this as well as anyone. It's a la James Harden. It's a la Luka Doncic. Brunson does this as well as anyone.
Who's sitting right there waiting for him, though? Shepard doesn't have to reach in because they're not guarding Precious Achiuwa. Turner is ignoring him, and he wants to be in that sink help position. Shepard, just make it tough. Keep your hands out of the cookie jar.
Nimhard. DiVincenzo picks him up on the switch. Siakam three-pointer. Shot is no good. Rebound Hart. Hart pushing it up the floor, trying to go coast to coast. Back to Brunson. Finds DiVincenzo. Chased off the three.
I don't know, but 15-point lead is not that much. I'm not counting out the Knicks yet. We're going to see what happens in the third quarter, though. Yeah, I don't know. 15 points doesn't seem like a blowout to me. Because it seems like they're trying to blow them out. They went up by 22, and they brought it back down to 17, and then they're flirting with that 15, 17-point lead. So I don't know yet. I'm not counting them out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking they're gonna come back. I mean, I don't know. It's still debatable to me. You like the Larry Bird stuff going on? Yeah, the Larry Bird tribute. I don't know yet, man. A lot of you think that the games are over after the first half. It's just not. That's not how it works. Yeah, they was up by 22 points, and now they're only up by 15. This is the thing, right? They're shooting 80%. They have to continue that, right? Are they going to continue shooting 80% the whole game? Think about it. The Pacers are shooting 80%, and they're only up by 15. They're supposed to be up by like 40 points. They haven't really missed like that. Well, now it's dropped to 76%. But think about it. The Knicks are shooting 46%. This team was shooting 80% at one point. And yet they're only up by 15. There's something going on here. I'm not giving up yet. I think that that third quarter is gonna be very interesting. I don't know. I just feel like they would have blown them out. But like I said, the thing that was worrying me before the game started was OG and Anunoby. The Knicks are 26-5 with him in the lineup, including the playoffs. And we know how the Jesuits love 266. And the home teams do lose. If the Knicks lose, the home teams will fall to 6-1. New York Knicks 61. So those are the things that I was like, man, a lot of this stuff is like. But then there's a lot of stuff that could go in favor of the Knicks, right? So, and I'm wondering, like, how are they not going to pick up that 201st postseason win against Indianapolis? So, I don't know. Brunson has, like, 10 points. 12 points. So, if Brunson picks it up, like I said, I don't think. Come on, man. How can you shoot 76% the whole game? That's impossible. Well, it's not impossible in this rigged system, but it's just not realistic, is what I mean. They've missed 9 shots, man. How? How is a team that hot on the road? So what is that? 115 points. 125 points. All right. Yeah, Lorenzo, that's what I'm saying. Last night, the Knicks, the Mavericks were down by 17 points. They came back and won by 1. Yeah, I know the shooting percentage, right? It's so lopsided. Yet they're only up by 15. You know, I've seen bigger comebacks before. That's why I'm not really, worried. But after the third quarter, I'll let you guys know. Hopefully it's a little tighter. If it's like a single-digit lead, if you guys want to cash out, you should. I think you should. If you feel like you're going to risk a lot of money. Because once they cut the deficit to single digits, your cash out is gonna go up. And I think the Knicks have that potential to do that in the second half. So after the third quarter is over, if you guys feel like, you know what, this is not worth the risk, because again, like I said, there are numbers supporting the Pacers win. If you guys feel like after the third quarter the spread is like if the Pacers are about 20, then forget about it. I don't think they're not gonna offer you much. But if the Knicks are able to bring it down to like less than 9 points, you should get a lot of money, at least 60 to 70% of your money back, or maybe all of it. Depends what bookie you have. But let me see, FanDuel right now. I placed a $50 bet, but I took the spread, so I'm probably not gonna be offered anything. But let me see what FanDuel is offering me right now. Offer just a $50 bet. See, they offering me $11, right? Which is, what's that, 20% of my money. So if the Knicks are able to bring it down to single digits, I'm able to get most of my money back. And the reason they're offering me that much is because I took the spread. So the Knicks are actually down by 18 on my sheet. But if you took the Knicks money line, they should be offering you anywhere from 20 to 30% of your money. So let's just hope the Knicks close the gap. And after the third quarter, if you guys want to cash out, you should. Because like I said, this game is a little bit too risky. I don't want you guys losing any money. That's the point of me doing this live stream. Because I had a feeling that the numbers, it wasn't a lock. This game was not a lock by no means. So that's why I said, you know what, let me just do the live stream. And hopefully we can, give out the best advice. But I don't expect the Pacers to keep shooting this good, man. There's no fucking way.
Box score. You mentioned how well Indiana is shooting. But if you're the Knicks coaches, you come back to halftime, you go, well, we shot 47% from the field, 29 from three isn't great. We only had 2 turnovers, 15 is.
This guy's repeating everything I just said. Oh, shit.
Time. 15 is not a lot anymore. Now, if we were in 1985, I'd only be 10, so I wouldn't be here talking about the NBA. Or in 1995, we'd be like, you know what, this is a problem, blah, blah, blah.
They've been fourth quarter 22-point comebacks like on a nightly basis.
So for people thinking this game's over,
it's the comeback. Or I think what the Pacers are doing here is pretty remarkable.
It is, but it's not sustainable. You want to make a
came out and punched first, but they know the job is not finished. We'll be right back.
This halftime report is presented by the 3-row Kia Sorento, built for the unstoppable. Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA.
Named 2024 World Car of the Year. North American Utility Vehicle of the Year, and one of Car and Driver's 10 best SUVs. Innovation can be ever so rewarding. The Triple Crown awarded 3-row Kia EV9.
Kia, movement that inspires. T-Mobile savings, take one. Guys, focus. Here's the line. At T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits and you can still save versus the other guys. Focus.
Hello, T-Mobile.
Oh, that you might want to just stop. Just say it like this. At T-Mobile, you can save on every plan and you get great benefits with Magenta Status.
Magenta Status. Yeah!
I'll show you my Magenta Status. Okay, I'll just do it. Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
Oh, brother. Which brother? The older brother, duh. You're only older by a minute. Best minute of my life.
Guys, break it up, break it up.
Our son just needs car insurance.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage.
Give me the ball. Mine. That was my ball. Break it up. Break it up.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I love this place, but I need better credit.
Bad credit? You could just open a new card, but you kind of need good credit to get credit.
Wow, I could build my credit that fast? Nice.
Everything you need to outsmart the system. Intuit Credit Karma. Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good? It's made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
Would you know what to do if you were in your car, submerged underwater? Wednesday, GMA will show you live how to survive.
All right, it's go time.
From inside a car as water rushes in. Must see live only on Good Morning America.
Dr. Glassman taught me when you touch one life.
You know what's funny? Alex Burke, right? He's the guy that's keeping the Knicks in the game. He was born the 201st day of the year, right? So, Mr. Alex Burks, number 18.
This presentation of the NBA Conference Semifinals delivered by Chipotle will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Recipes written by hand and lost to time are now being analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI.
The Taco Bell Cantina chicken menu. Let's get into it. When we hit on the flavor for this slow roasted chicken, we were like, that's it, let's go. The burrito. See that purple cabbage? And here comes the pico. The quesadilla is like chicken, cheese, cheese, cheese. And the crispy taco? It's all about the avocado verde salsa. We love this menu so much, we made it permanent. The new Cantina chicken menu. Not just for late night and not for a limited time. Only at Taco Bell.
Make me go loco, loco. Make me go loco. Make me go loco.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
True comfort can't be faked. Neither can our strawberries. Fall in love with new Haagen-Dazs New York Strawberry Cheesecake. That's Dazs.
We got a probable spree killer who's been operating for at least a few weeks.
And no leads.
Tuesday.
We found another body, a serialist.
Maybe this will lead to a break in this unbreakable case.
On the Will Trent season finale.
This is how she does it. She?
This is personal. Women serial killers, they want to be present at the moment of death.
Revenge fantasy.
GBI, freeze! The Will Trent season finale. Tuesday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
It can bear over 4,000 times its own weight. And that's just the door hinge. Sturdy design down to the smallest detail, the Taos. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing or a $1,500 customer bonus on a new 2024 Taos.
Should we buy a place together?
I think so.
Love that for you.
And I can walk you through everything from mortgage rates to closing costs.
Nobody move.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank.
Watch Griffin, Brandon, and Tommy only on News 10 ABC Sports.
It's your turn to be the all-in player and the all-out fan. Be who you want to be at Turning Stone Resort Casino. It's your turn.
The Jetta received a 5-star overall safety rating, so if you stars get in, we could also say it has a 5-star interior.
I don't think so.
Okay. I thought it was a good idea.
Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 2.9% APR financing or a $1,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Jetta.
On Sundays, I like to take my favorite ride on a peaceful cruise through a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Insurance on this thing is crazy, but at least I get roadside assistance. That was fast. You know what? I'm okay. No thank you.
Welcome back. NBA playoffs. Google Pixel and Chipotle. Here's Tom Thibodeau.
Make our run now. Make our run. Get some ball pressure. Make them feel you. But we got a challenge shot. They're shooting the ball. Our hands are down. Don't go away. More hustle. Put more hustle into it. More physical. Make them feel you. You got to do more than one thing. If you're doing one thing, it's not enough. Got to do more. Come on. More activity. More activity.
Tom Thibodeau trying to inspire his team. Today's first half stats brought to you by ESPN Bet. That number is not incorrect. 76%. Best shooting half in a playoff game in the last 25 years. And they've got a 15-point lead as we walk in the backcourt side with J.J. Redick and Doris Burke. Mike Green on hand. We'll check on with Lisa in just a moment. That was spectacular on the offensive end for the Pacers and stunning by how slow the Knicks came out.
Well, look, your two stars have to set the tone, especially on the road in a Game 7 for the Pacers. Big first halves from Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton.
Listen, for a team that comported itself so poorly in Game 5 in this environment, with your point guard running through his playoffs for the first time, his first Game 7, Halliburton was absolutely terrific.
Halliburton guarded by DiVincenzo. Knicks have been down by double figures almost every single playoff game. They've had some terrific comebacks. Let's see what happens here in the second half of Game 7. Neesmith, shot clock winding down. Just gets it off in time. Nope. 24-second violation as we send it over to Lisa.
I asked Tom Thibodeau what they need to do to disrupt the Pacers' offense and to their offensive flow and to find their own flow. And he said it's going to be a challenge because he said we got off to a slow start and allowed them to get confidence early. He said it got better towards the end of the half. He said we had better ball pressure. We were challenging shots better and forced turnovers. We need all of that in the second half. And Mike asked for OG Anunoby. He started the game, scored 5 points in 4 minutes before going to the bench. He will not return. He gave it what he could, but is done for the day with that hamstring strain.
Thank you, Lisa. DiVincenzo brings it back out. McBride jump shot won't go. Fight for the rebound. Turner has it. Anunoby played to start the game, and as Lisa said, he's done. Offensive foul. Jalen Brunson draws the charge, and that's Neesmith picking up his third.
Well, this is the wrong guy to challenge typically because Brunson does a great job drawing challenges. Does he beat him to the spot? Oh, I don't know. That's close. Man, I guess the right arm push is probably what gets that call.
I'm going to disagree with you on this one. I actually don't think that's close.
You don't? You just thought it was a charge because of the arm or because of the body position?
He doesn't have to beat him to the spot. He's in a legal guarding position and gets knocked down.
Brunson swatted out of bounds by Turner. Turner's been one of the best shot blockers in the game since he entered the league. That's his second.
Well, this guy has been so good defensively for the Indiana Pacers over the last few games. It is hard to score in the interior when he's on the floor.
Last 4 games averaging
Just under 3 blocks a game. Brunson puts it up with the left hand, does not get it to fall. Hartenstein grabs the rebound. Jalen Brunson just 4 of 15 from the field. Aces drive had a big second half in game 6. Nice feed. Hartenstein can't get it to fall. Fight for the rebound. And another held ball. Knicks fighting back, but still struggling to put the ball in the basket here to start the third. Shot clock 2.4. So if the Knicks win the tip, you got to get a shot off quickly. Meanwhile, the Knicks have missed their last 8 from three-point range.
Down by 11. Oh, my gosh. And the Knicks could have been down by more than that. I mean, by less than that. Just, they haven't made no shots. So let's see what the cash out is now. It just jumped up to $18. So this is what I mean. You guys have some decisions to make right now. So don't blame me if you lose at the end of the day. Because, you know, you have the opportunity right now. Unless you want to wait, you know, until the end of the quarter. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait till the end of the third, and then I'll make my decision. But right now, the Knicks are down by 11 after being down by 22 points.
Change direction. Timeout, Indiana. The crowd has come alive. It's an 11-point game.
Well, the Knicks, JJ, have been about grit the entire year. They're not going to go away.
And they come out in the second half. Multiple stops in a row. A beautiful change of direction from Miles McBride. They've cut this thing to 11.
New York, the 11th state.
NBA Conference semifinals on ABC are delivered by Chipotle. Real food for real athletes. Chipotle, for real.
Who's coming for us? A magnificent woman. It's hard to get by. Fierce. Intelligent. One of the great forces of nature.
Furious on the Mad Max Saga WDR.
Whether it's a dream you've had for a lifetime or a dream that's just getting started, we bring our best to make sure they come true. The Chevy Trax and Chevy Corvette, both recognized as a Car and Driver 10 Best. For every dream, Chevy's got you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Patron Tequila.
There you go, baby. Defense. Defense. We're going to be here a while. Oh, that's crazy smooth. Yeah, I know. With AT&T 5G, my gaming's on point. Look at that. Oh, saucy. It's almost like a real game. Poster.
Mom, what happened?
Did she pass? That's my girl.
Level up your gameplay with AT&T 5G.
First half comes to an end.
Forget Pompeii. We're talking about a meltdown of monumental proportions.
Come on, plenty of game left, Stephen A.
They always cook in the second half.
You do not want this going to a game 7.
I don't know. Seeing these second half odds, I'm going to lie bet them to win.
Speaking of winning, I'm about to close this out right now.
We're stripes.
Down by 8. Whoa. All the doubters. Where the doubters at? Where all the doubters at? Down by 8 points. Jesus Christ. It can't be rigged. There's no way. You had the Knicks going to the finals? You're
12 in the second half, but came back. Patrick Ewing, 24 points, 22 rebounds, 5 block shots. Knicks defeated the Pacers, went on to the NBA Finals. Those two teams met back in 94 and 95. The likes of Ewing and Oakley and Starks, Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson, Antonio Davis. I bet those players still have bruises from back in those series. That's how tough and physical it was. Anybody that was around for that, Pacers and Knicks fans, remember, just incredible, tough playoff basketball. Shot clock at 5 for Siakam.
The Pacers forgot how to score.
DiVincenzo got a piece of it. DiVincenzo fires a 3. It's good. 8-point game. And the Garden has come alive. Knocked away by DiVincenzo out of bounds. No ruling yet. I think it's still going to be Pacer ball with 15 on the shot clock.
This run being fueled, though, by the New York defense. They are playing with a level of intensity that we did not see in that first half.
Tibbs said it at halftime. We've got to do multiple things on every possession, and that's what they're doing right now.
Naismith off to Halliburton. Halliburton had a sensational first half. Back up top, Siakam. Siakam on the drive. Halliburton lines up, 3-pointer. Got it!
What happened to that 80% shooting from the field?
And that is a huge shot. Dante DiVincenzo in a held position there. Went for the steal, turned his back for a split second, and Siakam found Halliburton.
Brunson tries a 3. That's good! Big buckets from the Knicks. And it's back to 8 again. Nembhard up top. The lower bowl, everybody on their feet right now. Nembhard back up top, Siakam. Inside to Turner. And he's fouled. Josh Hart trying to say it was on the floor. I think it was in the upward motion. Hart's going to pick up his third personal.
Look, Jalen Brunson has had some slow starts to games in the playoffs, but this guy is relentless. A determined scorer. He's going to continue to hunt shots.
Hartenstein's screening action in the second half to get him some space is going to be critical. Great screen there on Nembhard.
Clearly a side out, not the act of shooting. Siakam kicks it out. Halliburton lines it up, another 3. Won't go. Rebound. Naismith with a hustle play and a save. Pass inside. Siakam leans in, missed it. Hartenstein the rebound. Knicks look to push. Josh Hart drives inside, layup, he banks it home. Nembhard gets inside, his layup is good. And Nembhard now in double figures with 11. Brunson up top, McBride straight on for 3. Rebound, Hartenstein couldn't get it, knocked out of bounds. But last touch by the Pacers.
Well, big buckets, right? New York's putting all kinds of game pressure on you. They've got the momentum. Keep your dribble alive. Tuck it like a running back. Get to the opposite side and make a chippy.
Brunson goes at Nembhard, spins, leans in, finds Hart. Hart looking for an opening. Shot clock at 4. Josh Hart tries a 3-pointer. Comes up well short. And Naismith the rebound. Siakam double team. Siakam had a big first half, as did Halliburton. Goes it behind. Siakam again double team. The feet inside and a foul on the entry pass. Brunson called for his first. And the Knicks with their second team foul.
As you see it again, though, New York wants Jalen Brunson to be the low man. So whether it's in pick and roll or on a double team in the post, Nembhard's over there in that corner, forcing Brunson to end up on a bigger player.
Hart went for the steal. Hart very aggressive on the perimeter. A lot of contact there as Siakam has it. Shot clock at 5. Siakam kicks it back out to Naismith. Naismith pulls up elbow jumpers, good. Both teams making tough shots here to start the third.
Great strength and balance with contact by Neesmith on that jumper.
Back to a double-figure lead. DiVincenzo wide open for three. It's good. Dante DiVincenzo, his 5th three-pointer. Halliburton rushes up the floor. Turner lost it out of bounds. Good physical post play from Hart. That's their 10th turnover. The Knicks only have 2 turnovers. That was critical for them to try and hang around. Brunson knocked away out of bounds. 12 on the shot clock. T.J. McConnell is going to check back in. Largest halftime deficit overcome in an NBA Game 7 is 11. Knicks were down 15 at halftime. They've cut it to 7. About midway through the third. Brunson using a Hartenstein screen. Kicks it out in the corner. McBride. Bad pass stolen by Neesmith. And Neesmith to Siakam. Siakam kicks it out. Halliburton back up top. Turner gets a clean look for three. Got it. Miles Turner from downtown. His 2nd three-pointer. It's back to 10.
They just punish you if you make a mistake. So off of that turnover, you're automatically in scramble mode.
10 of 16 from three-point range for these Pacers. Brunson turns it over. Halliburton, good hands. Lays it up and in. The steal and the bucket. Tom Thibodeau wants a timeout. The Pacers respond to this early onslaught from the Knicks, and they're back up a dozen.
Well, Indiana's defense was maligned at times in the regular season, but they're making plays on the road in a big Game 7. The Halliburton layup, and then Knicks in scramble mode. What a luxury to have a 7'5" man stepping out to 27 feet.
In this limelight until I know what I want to do today. I've been working so hard, it's time to play. Gonna get up, get out, and do my thing. Make a big old scene and get swept away. Hey,
when you're with Amex, you're VIP and MVP.
You show up, you show up, you show up. Everybody gonna have a good time. You show up, you show up, you show up. Everybody gonna have a good time.
That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Hey. No flex, zone. Hey. No flex, zone.
Sorry. Outdoor time. It's me time. I hear that. That's why we protect all your vehicles here. But hey, nothing wrong with sticking it to the boss.
Oh, Flo, you're gonna take that? Why would that concern me? Because you're the...
Huh. We never actually discussed hierarchy.
Okay, why don't we just stick to letting Dave know how much he can save when he bundles his home or auto with his boat or RV?
Wait, I thought Jamie was the boss. It's funny because I'm not boss material.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight. Gotcha!
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hotels.com rewards every stay with 1 key cash. Or as I call it, to go home to Serbia fund.
Is that an invite?
Red Hot Deal Days are here at Verizon. Get our biggest deals of the season only until May 29th. Get a bundle of your choice on us from any of our top brands. So you'll get a free phone and a smartwatch and a tablet. Yep, all 3 on us. Plus, check out tons more great deals. It's Red Hot Deal Days at Verizon. Hurry in. It's only until May 29th.
Come and take a look and see what we got.
This Memorial Day weekend, summer fun kicks off.
Odie, you think he'd see that coming?
The Garfield movie in theaters Thursday. Rated PG. Tickets on sale now.
Tomorrow, ESPN has WNBA coverage from Indianapolis. The Connecticut Sun visit Caitlin Clark on a fever with tip shortly after 7 Eastern. Knicks trying to fight back.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton at his best is talking a little junk, having a lot to say, giving his team a little bit of energy with his approach. But Dante DiVincenzo likes this. There's a long storied history between these two organizations. It's a new generation. But, JJ, what happens in Game 7? How much do you dislike your opponent?
And a 5-second violation on the inbounds. Wow. That is not great execution for the New York Knicks coming out of a timeout. And Doris, to answer your question, by this stage in the series, the teams absolutely hate each other. Neesmith off the bounce, drives, layup, banks it in. Well, the Knicks showing their customary grit, fighting back, but the Pacers answering those punches with some uppercuts of their own. And it's back to a 14-point lead. Brunson to Hart. Hart spins, got Halliburton on him. Got no good, but a foul. As Halliburton picks up his first. And you got to know, coming out of a timeout in this series, the Indiana Pacers are going to have 3 players at least in the backcourt in this press.
And this is what it leads to. You're talking about being maligned. I mean, think about Opie Toppin. He's the guy who was guarding the inbounder. He gets off and is trying to deny passes. Like, you need everybody engaged defensively. And he takes a little special relish because he used to play in this building.
He was a fan favorite.
New York Knicks 74, Indiana Pacers 84.
Same draft as Halliburton. Meanwhile, Hart now 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. JJ, what have you seen from Josh Hart? He's clearly not 100%, but he's out there fighting.
He's a warrior. I give him hero status just for being out here today, trying to battle through, but he doesn't look like himself. He's moved a lot better than he moved in Game 6.
Toppin harassed by Hart. Shot clock at 7, deflected by Hartenstein all the way in the backcourt. Hartenstein trying to get it, can't save it. Shot clock at 3. McConnell has it. Shot clock winding down, puts up a 3-pointer. Won't go. Toppin's tip misses. Hart the rebound. A wild possession. Crowd thought Hart was tripped, almost traveled. McBride, left-handed, flips it underhand off the glass. What a wild sequence that was. Halliburton, inside. Hartenstein, good defense. Neesmith fakes. Neesmith drives. Neesmith scores. All 5 starters in double figures for the Pacers. Another steal on the inbounds, counted on a foul. Neesmith snuck in and got hit. Some critical turnovers from the Knicks, and the lead back up to 14 for the Pacers.
That is a critical mistake. You see Neesmith here. He's just been so good getting to his mid-range. You got to know TJ McConnell, that's what he does. He bounce passes, and then Neesmith able to finish through contact.
He was talking about who wins that plays harder, the one that goes to exhaustion. You know he's going there.
Hartenstein picks up his 4th foul. But stays in the game. So it's Burks, McBride, Hart, DiVincenzo, Brunson getting arrested. McBride racing up the floor, trying to jam it on Turner, goes crashing. And the ball deflected out of bounds, still Nick Ball. Miles Turner, good rim protection. McBride thought there was a foul.
There was none. Nope. Miles Turner again. Just
it was just 84. What the fuck?
McBride at 6'2", trying to challenge him at the rim.
He does an extraordinary job of taking the appropriate angle, and the pursuit and the length is such a factor.
McBride looking, got Toppin on him. Goes inside. Hartenstein hands to Hart. Has to shoot up. Shot clock winding down. Hart can't get it. Halliburton the rebound. Pacers winning the rebounding numbers again. Halliburton connects on a three. Tyrese Halliburton now 24 points. He's 6 of 9 from downtown. He has hit more three-pointers than anybody in these playoffs. And the lead back up to 18. The Knicks had cut it to 6. What an answer from the Pacers. DiVincenzo inside. Flips up a wild shot. And it's going to be Pacer ball.
I mean, you have to give the Indiana Pacers a ton of credit here for how they started the game. And then the response here in the third quarter when the crowd gets going. Tyrese Halliburton with an answer.
Just such a striking contrast to their Game 5 performance here. And this, to me, is when he's at his best. When he's dancing and talking and playing with joy. Think about him in the first couple months of the season, the joy he was exuding.
Here comes T.J. McConnell. Pacers weathered that storm early in the third.
They've kept the Knicks on 74 points.
He just does so many things that impact winning.
There's just constant pressure that he puts on your defense. You see Josh Hart trips him. Talked about in the first half his ability to keep his dribble alive along the baseline. But he's going to come at you on both ends of the floor.
So Achua comes in for Hartenstein, who has 4 fouls. DiVincenzo comes in for Josh Hart, who has 4 fouls. Julius Randle there at the end of the bench. The Knicks All-NBA forward, who's been out since January. Surgery on his shoulder. Halliburton back up top. Turner, extra pass. McConnell gets into the paint. Halliburton launches another 3. Rebound, Toppin. Tries to put back, can't get it. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Achua.
Multiple drives on that possession, though.
The Pacers' field goal percentage has plummeted to 70%. Just incredible shot making from Indiana here on the road in a Game 7. In a building they really struggled in the last time they were here. McConnell finds some room, throws it up. Layup no good, but a foul. As Toppin got hit. Achua does not agree with the call.
And again, this play created by T.J. McConnell's drive. Looks like Hart with that left hand may have had him. Let's see if we can get a better angle here. Here it is. Yeah.
The Knicks got to 74 points and forgot how to score.
He's going to stay in the game with 2:36 remaining. Toppin misses the free throw. Upcoming playoff schedule brought to you by ESPN Bet. Tonight on TNT, Game 7, Timberwolves and Nuggets from Denver. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Tuesday on ESPN and ESPN2, Game 1 from Boston Eastern Conference Finals. Celtics been waiting around for days now, waiting to see who they'll play. Right now, the Pacers in the driver's seat. That's still 2:36 to go in the third.
I don't think the Celtics minded that this went 7 and they got an extra 2 days for Kristaps Porzingis, Mike.
Yep, still no official word on when he'll return. I'm thinking a couple of games in. Here's the latest report. Toppin's first point of the afternoon. Lead back up to 19. 9 straight points. Shepard guarding Burks. Alec Burks was a spark in that first half. Leans in and draws yet another foul. Burks so adept at drawing contact. This will be his 5th and 6th free throw attempts. So Shepard picks up his 3rd. The 32-year-old Burks now with Halliburton on the bench. And a comfortable lead for the Pacers. Game 7 in NBA history. And the home team's won 75% of them. And right now, the home team down by 17. OG Anunoby will not return after playing the first 4.5 minutes. Tried it on that hamstring that he injured in game 2. McConnell finds some room. Jump shot it up and good. TJ McConnell now 4 of 5 from the field. 8.6 assists. DiVincenzo, three-pointer. That's good. Dante DiVincenzo now with 23. He's had an excellent game. 6 three-pointers for DiVincenzo.
He has just become one of the best catch-and-shoot three-point guys in the entire NBA this season.
Third in the NBA in three-pointers behind Curry and Doncic, but Nesmith answers down the other end. Nesmith, he's 7 for 7 from the field, Nesmith. And then you add his defense on Brunson. Achua misses Hart. Beautiful tip-in with the left hand. Pascal Siakam back in the game. Coming up with a minute left here in the third. McConnell finds some room. Jump shot, it's good. Finds his space and nails it.
He has been outstanding as a driver. Just so efficient. You touched on his elevation on that jump shot. He's not supersized, so he's got to get some air underneath.
I can't tell you how difficult that is at his size, going left with the rear view contest as Alec Burks hits a three. It's just a tough shot from McConnell.
Alec Burks has 19 points in 16 minutes off the bench. He's 6 of 7 from the field. Back to 15. That's what the score or the difference was at halftime. Siakam can't get it. DiVincenzo the rebound. It was a 15-point lead for the Pacers at halftime. Knicks cut it to 6 early in the third, but Indiana with a big counterpunch. 5 seconds, different shot clock, game clock. DiVincenzo, another three-pointer. Well short and rebound McConnell. Knicks do not have a foul to give. Nesmith drives inside. Toppin on the follow, lays it in. DiVincenzo shake it up on the play. 1.9 remaining. McBride trying to get it off. Heaves it up at the buzzer. And that ends the third. Dante DiVincenzo banged up. And then right now the Knicks banged up. Down by 17 after 3 quarters here in game 7. TJ McConnell, the super sub off the bench. Once again, an enormous spark for these Pacers. He's got 10 points and 6 assists. This presentation of the NBA playoffs continues.
The Knicks scored 27 in the first, 28 in the second, 29 in the third. I wonder if they scored 30 in the fourth. It's just rigged bullshit. Indiana might score 39 in the fourth. 39-30. I wonder if we can put a bet on that. Let's see. If they score 39. 101. And they'll end with 140 points on the 140th day of the year. That could really happen. 84 plus 30. So let me see. 140 minus 1.4. 26. They could win by 26. Pacers equals 26. This is called hedging, being smart. I'm going to pick the Pacers to win by more than 24 points. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. I'll let you guys know after the game is over. It's called pattern recognition. So this is how you hedge your bets. I might as well just cash this dollar out. Knicks looks like they're just going to continue fucking it up. All right, so 17. I just need another 8 points. All right, let's go Pacers now.
The champagne into a check is crowned.
To the finals.
Let's go Pacers.
Welcome back to the NBA Conference semifinals delivered by Chipotle. Tom, down 17. What do you have to do to get back in this to save your season?
Make a run right here.
Jalen Brunson went back to the locker room. What can you tell us about his status?
Haven't heard anything yet.
All right, thank you, Coach. Mike?
Well, understandably, Tom Thibodeau not interested in doing anything but trying to get his team ready to come back from a 17-point deficit to save their season and advance to the conference finals. Right now, the Pacers with a comfortable lead as we start the fourth. Moving up by double figures most of the game. Jackson with a foul. Steve DiVincenzo's taking a number of tumbles.
Let's see how long the Knicks stay on 84 points when Indiana Pacers equals 84.
The Knicks. You want to play solid defense, contest shots, don't get in the early bonus. You're in command here, so stay solid defensively.
Indiana, 70% from the field through three quarters. Burks to Hart. Hart lines up his three-pointer. Won't go. Good boxing out from Shepard. McConnell and Burks matched up. They lob it into Siakam. Siakam saves it, but throws it out of bounds. Right now, no Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. DiVincenzo, Hart, McBride. DiVincenzo drives, layup, and a foul on Jackson. Jackson's going to pick up his fourth.
And DiVincenzo has made some threes. This aggressiveness, you see that lower body. It's a better angle that we had live. That offensive players use that. When a big's in retreat, they'll initiate that contact to draw a foul.
We haven't played a full minute, and Indiana has 2 fouls, okay? So this is what you're talking about. Watch the lower body here. That little hip check's what's get them. They were 30th in the regular season in fouls per game. Not fouling and playing good defense is a huge thing. Don't foul, contest shots, don't turn it over. You're going to give yourself a chance most nights.
Back to 15, opening minute, fourth. Shepard, McConnell, Jackson, Nembhard, and Siakam. Nembhard gets in the paint, kicks it out in the corner. Back up top, shot clock at 4. Nembhard, pass deflected by Hart. DiVincenzo throws it ahead to Burks. Alec Burks, the hesitation move, lost it, and picked up by Shepard. Shepard to Jackson. Jackson fakes, drives, layup, count it, and a foul. What a turnaround on those 2 plays. Knicks had a fast break opportunity. Instead, it turns into a 3-point play possibility for the Pacers.
So the Knicks have an advantage here. Good hustle back. And again, it's TJ McConnell making the play, igniting the fast break, and Isaiah Jackson with the tough finish.
Sorry, is that your 6'10" big with a little ball fake to an attack?
Jackson, 7 points, 4 fouls in 5 minutes. And again, you can't talk enough about the Pacer bench. Jackson doesn't play big minutes, but has had a nice impact. DiVincenzo, quick launch. That's good. Dante DiVincenzo doing his best to keep the Knicks in the game. 28 points, 7 3-pointers. McConnell and Jackson play catch. Shepard off the bounce. Siakam with 6 to shoot. Jumper is good. Pascal Siakam now with 17.
Pacers don't run a lot of ISO. They play multiple actions on every possession. What a gift it is to get this guy in a trade. End of a shot clock, he can create his own shot.
DiVincenzo answers again. Dante DiVincenzo with 31. With DiVincenzo and the Knicks playing against the Pacer team as McConnell puts it in. This is one of the greatest shooting performances in NBA playoff history. 71%. They're 45 of 63. DiVincenzo got bumped by his own man. Hartenstein down the other end. And McBride from behind with the foul. We check in with Lisa.
Mike just got this update from the Knicks, and it's not good for Jalen Brunson. A fractured left hand. He's done for the day.
Just devastating news. And what has been a devastating afternoon. That's his dad, assistant coach Rick Brunson. Last time the Knicks made a conference final, he was on the team. And Jalen was a 4-year-old running around Madison Square Garden. And the hopes were to get them back into a conference final. Right now a 16-point game without their MVP. Still 9:22 remaining, but that is devastating news.
I mean, Mike, New York Knicks sustained. No Julius, no Mitchell. Now the guy who finishes 5th in MVP voting, a fractured hand after dealing with that foot injury for a stretch here in the playoffs.
Shepard knocks it away. Pacers just playing with such a hunger here this afternoon. 109-92. Nembhard. Siakam jump shot. Comes up short. Hartenstein with a rebound. Burks kicks it out to McBride. McBride with the spin. Jump shot way off. Rebound Jackson. T.J. McConnell racing up the floor. Beautiful pass to Siakam. Kicks it out. Nembhard. Wide open three. Ball tipped up. Won't go. And McBride the rebound. DiVincenzo trying to push. Goes inside. Off the glass. Won't go. And a timeout call by Rick Carlisle, stopping that fast break. One of the few fast breaks that have been stopped by the Pacers.
NBA Conference semifinals on ABC are delivered by Chipotle. Real food for real athletes. Chipotle, for real. And Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google.
Let me vibe for a minute. Woke up feeling like the city boys up one. Fade away, full course, step, son.
I love this jacket. You'll never find it.
I'm like, yeah, get it. I don't know her name, but she flirting with the other bad women in the section. Where I provided direction. Straight face gang got me feeling like a henchman. Hey, let me vibe for a minute. Hey, way too high when I'm in it. Hey, let me vibe. Hey, let me vibe.
With so many choices on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. So I hired body doubles to help me out.
Splurgy Tina loves a hotel near Rodeo Drive.
Oh, Tina. Wild Tina booked a farm stay to ride this horse.
Glenn Close?
With millions of possibilities. You can book whoever you want to be.
That's my line.
Booking.com.
Yeah.
You have all the ingredients for this in your fridge. But ask yourself this. Of all the times you've made it at home, has it ever tasted like our McMuffin? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
They allow us to live because we follow their rules. Do not turn your back to the mirror. Do not open the door after dark.
Let me inside.
Do not go near the bars. Always stay in the light.
Don't you want to know what they are?
The Watcher is only in theaters June 7th. Rated PG-13.
Tacos.
Can Billy come out to play?
Yes! Woohoo!
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
You're all moving on up!
I am throwing the party of all parties. Everybody's invited, except for the students and most of the teachers.
It's a party, it's a party.
The winner of today's game faced the Celtics Tuesday in Boston, game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Our coverage against NBA Countdown at 7 with tip-off shortly after 8 Eastern. Pacers clearly in the driver's seat for that role to play the Celtics with 8:24 remaining. And it's a 17-point Pacer lead, and we think this is where Jalen Brunson, the left hand coming down, hitting the knee of Halliburton, where we think that that's perhaps where the fractured hand happened. As you heard the report from Lisa Salters, you know, that goes viral, those type of things. Wonder if, it's hard to tell if the crowd knows, or wonder if the teammates, as Siakam knocks down the three, wonder if his teammates know that's the news. You see a dejected Nick Bench as the Pacers up by 20. Just hard to believe another injury for the Knicks.
Mike, I don't remember any team really, particularly a team as good as the Knicks at this stage in the season, having to deal with this amount of injuries.
Significant injuries to key players, and the latest one, their MVP. McConnell has it. Pacers try to use some time off the clock. McConnell has deflected. Achua comes up with it. DiVincenzo dribbled, lost it. Tried to split a double team. And Siakam will reset.
Halliburton and Turner up off the bench. Mike getting ready to check back in for Indiana.
And the crowd has gone silent again. McConnell gets inside. No doubt they're aware of the news, or many of them. Double team, shot blocked by McBride. Shepard had it, lost it, picked up by McBride. Knicks out on the floor, still fighting. Burks lines up a three. That's good. Rattles it in. Alec Burks having one of the best games of his career. And makes it a 15-point game.
If you don't score here and there's no stoppage, do you call a timeout on your next possession if you're Rick Carlisle? Get your guys back in.
There's McConnell up top. Nembhard. Shot clock at 4. Nembhard drives, goes inside. Reverse layup. Missed it. Rebound Burks. Burks, the hesitation, the drive, and the finish. Alec Burks, 24 points. Timeout, Indiana. It's a 13-point game with 6.5 left. The Knicks' grit showing once again.
Alec Burks has been tremendous. Just trying to keep the Knicks attached. No Jalen Brunson right now. Super assertive, a three, and then this. Good follow.
That's my new style. Okay, baby, 380. They too like a.
This is Joy, coming to you live in Riley's mind. Let me catch you up. Sorry. She's officially a teenager now, and things couldn't be better.
What the heck is that?
It's demo day!
What's going on?
We're expanding the place. You know, for the others.
I'm anxiety.
Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2. Only in theaters June 14th.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Just announced. Low 1.9% APR financing for 72 months on a 2023 Ford F-150 or on the all-electric F-150 Lightning.
I was born with wings, but psoriasis clipped them until I got clear skin with Bimzelx. Most people got 100% clear skin, some after the first dose.
Serious side effects, including suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections, and lowered ability to fight them. Liver problems and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to.
Start to get yourself back with Bimzelx.
Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx today.
Nice. AT&T just sent me a heads up on the best plan for me. I'm all about good advice.
Mello, you give horrible advice.
Draft night 2003. Here we go.
Are you sure about this, Mello? Where does the suit end and perks begin?
Trust me, these suits are timeless classics.
Bossy boys.
What?
AT&T provides proactive recommendations so you get what's right for you.
It's impossible to pick favorites between my horses. But motels? No problem. I like this one. I think he likes me.
From the brewers at Blue Moon, a beer that's crafted bright with tangerine peel and crafted light with only 95 calories. Blue Moon Light, made brighter.
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got 2 free birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
Welcome back, NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. Conference semifinals delivered by Chipotle.
To win in the playoffs, you need your stars to play well, but you also need your role players. You've got your Batman, you've got your Robin, you also need your Alfreds. TJ McConnell with an Alfred performance this afternoon. Doris, he's plus 21 in just 20 minutes.
Just competitive toughness for TJ McConnell. The ability to push up and pressure, make life hard on Jalen Brunson. Be opportunistic defensively, impact the basketball. Watch this defensive play. My goodness, on a dead sprint to be able to strip that clean. Nice.
Bruce Wayne would be very proud of Alfred McConnell. Halliburton back in. Nimhard, Turner, Neesmith, and Toppin as we approach the midway point here of the fourth. Knicks desperately trying to make a run. Nimhard, jump shot, got it. Boy, Nimhard's performance in his first playoffs. 13 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Alec Burks. Hartenstein back in with the 4 fouls. Achua. Achua gets in the paint. Shot short. Halliburton the rebound. You look at these Pacers as Halliburton drives, finds Turner. Turner floats it up and in. After getting absolutely blown away in Game 5, go home. Facing elimination, and again for a number of these young players, their first facing elimination in their young NBA careers. A big win at home, then to come into Madison Square Garden, up 17 with 5:20 to play. Just so impressive what the Pacers are doing. DiVincenzo knocks down a 3.
Tell you what, it has been an outstanding performance, though. The Knicks have struggled at times. Dante DiVincenzo and Alec Burks have been phenomenal today.
Halliburton drives, lays it up and in, and a foul. And let's face it, the Knicks are shorthanded and all these things, but that doesn't take away what the Pacers have been able to do and how well they've played together in the 2 biggest games for many of them of their careers.
They just don't let your defense rest. That's the thing. So you score a bucket, and you're just going to have to play multiple actions every time. Andrew Nembhard, by the way, struggled in games 1 and 2, had the Brunson matchup, gets taken off of Brunson. A lot of young players may sulk in that situation. His mental toughness. Game winner in Game 3.
And that's what really completely changed momentum. Knicks were on the verge of perhaps going up 3-0. Halliburton a 3. Rebound falls to the floor. Burks looking to push. Burks behind the back. Crossover. Kicks it out. McBride tries 3-pointer. That's up. In and out. Fight for the rebound. Achua lost it. Burks grabs it. And Burks draws the foul. Gets a shot off. So he'll shoot 2. Chance to cut it to 14 with 4.5 remaining. Burks 24 points in 24 minutes. 8 of 11 from the field. And talk about a guy that wasn't upset that he wasn't in the rotation. Didn't play at all in the first round, as we said earlier. And when called upon, ready for Tom Thibodeau. Siakam will come back in. And there you see, Anunoby tried to played less than 5 minutes. Julius Randle out since January. Bogdanovich got injured in the first round of the playoffs, done for the season. Mitchell Robinson fought back from ankle surgery, came back, got hurt again early in this series. And now the latest with Jalen Brunson and the broken hand. Four and a half remaining, 14-point game. The Knicks out there still battling, still hoping for a miracle comeback. Turner drives inside, layup is good. Turner with 17 points. 6 players in double figures for the second straight game. 32 assists after 35 in game 6. And a foul, reaching foul call on Halliburton. That's going to be his second. You know, Rick Carlisle's talked about this young man in his first playoffs, still trying to navigate, as you guys were talking about, whether to be aggressive for his own shot, whether to be the playmaker for his teammates. He's found a nice rhythm here this afternoon. A brilliant young player. We saw that early in the season, in the in-season tournament, and then that hamstring injury kind of changed so much for him. It took him a while to get back.
Doris, non-aggressive in game 1, non-aggressive here in game 5 for Tyrese Halliburton.
Right.
Outside of that, the other 5 games in this series, he has looked the most like the Tyrese Halliburton we saw at the beginning of the season.
And that was one of the most dynamic forces in the league.
Halliburton, 6 to shoot. Turner shoots. That one won't go. DiVincenzo the rebound. He's got 35 points, second 35-point game of the series. Hart just couldn't finish. Siakam. And a foul going to be called on Achua, I believe. Knicks not in the penalty yet.
Well, at his best, this guy's attacking always, right? Tries to seek great verticality, just great verticality by Turner.
Nembhard sees an opening, gets inside, lays it up and in. Nembhard now with 15 points and the lead back up to 17 with 3:20 remaining. McBride to Achua. Burke searching for a spot. Changes direction, reverse, layup won't go. Tip, Hart comes up with it. Back to Burks, lines up a corner 3. And a foul's going to be called, loose ball foul against Josh Hart. And if that's Hart, he's done. Yep, that's his 6th foul. Hart with the abdominal strain was clearly not 100%. Played 36 minutes, 10 points, 8 rebounds. He's going to get a standing ovation. This is really a neat moment here. Here the team on the verge of being eliminated. But these fans have fallen in love with this team and with Josh Hart. He's only been a Knick for a little over a year, acquired last year at the trade deadline. And he's one of those players that's the heart and soul of the team. It feels like if you're in New York that he's been a member of the Knicks for 10 years. That's how much he's beloved in such a short time. As Nembhard hits that. You bet Jalen Brunson would have gotten the same type of ovation, but he's back in the locker room with a broken hand.
And Mike, I know if this score plays out the way it looks right now, Knicks fans will be disappointed, but I would actually argue this entire team deserves a standing ovation. Just a phenomenal season from this group. The amount of adversity, the amount of times their will was tested. They never quit. They were relentless in their pursuit. They fell in love with the process. You had guys like Dante DiVincenzo take a step forward in his career in a new role. Phenomenal season from the New York Knicks.
The city fell in love with them not just because they won, but the way they won. And it's always, you lose a Game 7, it's a crushing ending to what really has been a magical season. They accomplished so much. Best record in 11 years, number 2 seed. And the emergence of a new star with Jalen Brunson and the supporting cast, it's just a hungry team first bunch.
Mike, think about years of mediocrity for the New York Knicks, and you could still come into this building on a Saturday night, and if it was a possession ball game, it remains one of the most electric places in the NBA. For the success of this team, they made a Knick game an event in the city again. And there's a reason so many of the great players want to come here and play well.
And many of them were in attendance at so many of the games. As the free throw is good. 125-107 of 2.5 remaining. And while the Knick fans with a standing ovation for Hart, you can bet the Pacer fans back in Indianapolis, they are starting to party as Hartenstein kicks it out. Achua lines up a 3. And a rebound to Turner. It's an inspiring comeback from the Pacers, regardless of the injury situation with.
Man, these Knicks are fucking terrible. Oh, man. I want to see what the final score is. It looks like they paid tribute to Reggie Miller. That's what it was. Reggie Miller's 204, Rick Carlisle 204. Knicks picked up their 204th postseason loss. And they choked after being up 3-2 in the series. Hello?
What's up, Arthur? I've been trying to call you today. I wanted to give you a little insight. I know you're still watching the game and everything, but can I talk to you a little bit about the Nuggets?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, the Nuggets, I think they're going to go back-to-back, man, just like everything else this year. They're going back-to-back. Final starts on 6-6. Back-to-back equals 66. It also equals 201. Like I said, everybody this year been going back-to-back. I think it's connected with Walter Davis. He played for the Suns and the Nuggets, but he was the Rookie of the Year in 77 and 78, and this is the 78th season, 77th anniversary. And then 78 days after he died last year on November 2nd, 78 days after, the Nuggets and the Celtics played on January 19th. But like I said, I like the Nuggets with a 66. Final starts on 6-6. Back-to-back equals 66.
Okay.
And then I got a few more things. Hold on, I'm trying to go off the top of my brain right now. Sorry. If the Nuggets do win the championship, they could win it on 6-17. And then Celtics would fall to 17-6 in the finals. I know they got that 185 for the Celtics, but I think if they do go against the Nuggets can go back-to-back and drop them to 17-6. Also, Walter Davis wore the number 6, so that would give the Celtics their 6th finals loss. And like I said, the final starts on 6-6. I think it's a tribute to number 6, just like last year when was it Bill Russell died? They had the number 6 on the court, and then Jokic became the 6th international player to win MVP in the finals.
Well, yeah, those are all good narratives. I'm definitely aware of all of those, but I just right now I gotta go back to the drawing board because I to be honest with you, I don't think the Nuggets are gonna win the championship. Just to be honest, it's either gonna be the Nuggets, it's either gonna be the Celtics. It has to be the Celtics. I mean, the 185. I mean, but it's either gonna be the Celtics or the Mavericks, man.
I mean, the Mavericks narrative is cool because, like I said, they won it in 2011, so it's 2024, so that's 13 years later, so they can win it.
No, the narrative with them was Jason Kidd becoming the 13th coach to win as a player and a coach when Dallas is 13.
I agree with that, but I'm saying they're going to win it. If they do win, it would be 13 years after the last championship too.
Yeah, that's okay.
That too, that's a big narrative. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, I think that, like you can't lie. The back-to-back hasn't missed at all. They even put it in the All-Star weekend. Damian Lillard went back-to-back in three-point contest.
Yeah, but I don't think the Rangers are going to win the World Series this year.
True. I'm not talking about baseball. I'm talking about basketball. I mean, so far, everything this year has fell in line. The Chiefs went back-to-back. Everything on All-Star
So you're not talking about basketball. But you're talking about football, though. That's what I'm saying. Because there's somebody else in the community that calls me with the same thing. If you're gonna take the back-to-back, you have to look at all sports, right? So that means the Vegas Golden Knights have to go back-to-back. That means the Chiefs went back-to-back. Because why are you just looking at football and not looking at the other sports?
I'm trying to explain to you. In the All-Star weekend, everything went back-to-back.
All right, but the reason you're saying that is because the Chiefs went back-to-back, right?
Yeah, but it's not just that. There's a lot more things that I went back-to-back this year.
But why only those two sports is what I'm saying.
It's back-to-back equals 24. It's 2024.
Listen to me, brother. Why only football and basketball? Why not baseball, hockey, and everything else? If the theme this year is back-to-back.
Okay, I can agree with that. But at the same time, like you said, you don't think the Rangers are going to go back-to-back. But you don't know. We haven't got there yet, have we? So how can you face something that hasn't missed yet?
What are you talking about? How can the Rangers go back-to-back when they didn't win last year?
I'm talking about Rangers in baseball.
No, you think the Rangers are going to win this year?
No, I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying we haven't got there yet.
But they're one of the worst teams in baseball. What do you mean?
Okay, like you said, it's still early in the season.
All right, so would you put your money on the Rangers right now to win?
I would put my money on the Nuggets to win. That's who I would put my money on.
Because it's because of back-to-back. But yet, you don't think the Rangers are going to go back-to-back? What about the Vegas Golden Knights?
Back-to-back equals 24, 201.
So what about the Vegas Golden Knights?
You never know. Are they out of the playoffs, right?
Yes.
I honestly think that the New York Rangers are going to win the hockey, but I think the Nuggets are going to win in NBA.
I'm just saying that if this whole back-to-back, I'm not trying to dismiss your theory. I'm just saying it has to be consistent all around for it to be valid.
And has it not been consistent?
No, I just told you that. No, it hasn't. The Vegas Golden Knights
didn't go back to back.
Who?
The Chiefs.
Okay, the Chiefs did, but not the Vegas Golden Knights.
Okay. I don't want to argue with you.
What is there to argue about? It's a fact. The Vegas Golden Knights did not go back to back.
It's also a fact that the Chiefs went back to back. It's also a fact that Damian Lillard went back to back. It's also a fact that Matt McClung went back to back.
Who?
It's Matt McClung in the dunk contest. All these things in the NBA went back to back.
Okay, but what does that mean? How is that related to the other sports is what I'm saying. There's more sports than just basketball and football.
I understand that.
So why is it that the back-to-back riddle is only affecting baseball and football? Football and basketball. Not everything else. Not hockey, not baseball, not anything else. But just the Chiefs and the Nuggets. In the All-Star game. I don't know. I don't like it.
I think the Nuggets have a great narrative. Back-to-back equals 66. The final starts on 6-6.
So does Texas. Texas equals 66.
You're right.
All right, that's what I'm saying. You're just saying our number. Bye.
The final starts on 6-6. I don't understand how you.
What does Texas equal?
It also equals 66, but back-to-back.
All right, so why is your 66 more important? That's what I'm saying. Get the fuck out of here. Hate all these fucking rookie decoders, man. It should just ruin my fucking mood.